or their KFAB character, I guess maybe.
We just went live. Hold on a minute.
And it's shit like that makes you wonder: is he brilliant or is he crazy or is it both?
Or is he just tweaking?
That very well could.
None of those are.
Dude, I don't give a fuck if he's tweaking or not. He makes no sense.
None of those are mutually exclusive. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. The line between brilliance and insanity is so thin, anyways, that that's the damn problem.
Yeah, the old saying that the measure between insanity and genius is measured by success.
Yeah.
Because we put up with a lot of crazy from really smart people, but not the other way around. But
just to let you guys know, we are live.
But I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like if someone's productive, do you really care if they're eccentric or weird?
Yeah. Well, and it's the same in so many relationships. Period. The more that you bring home or produce or whatever, the more shit you're allotted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's my thing. He comes in, and I'm sure you guys will agree with this, though. He'll come in and he's like smarter, but the more he stays, the more tartar he gets.
Okay. All right. Before we get too deep into Duck, let's keep in mind he's not here to defend himself.
No, I know. No, I know that. I was just making a point.
I got you. I'm just trying to avoid us getting into this big old 3 minutes of hate for Duck, and he can't even defend himself.
It's not.
Maybe if we talk about him a little bit more, he might want to fucking jump on so he can defend himself.
I would love to have him come over here because I'll destroy him again.
Well, actually, he might. I can't predict Duck. Never mind. He may show up. I don't know. I'd be a little surprised, but also not.
We had him on the other night, didn't we, Spin?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
He was on for maybe 15 minutes, and then he realized that he wasn't going to fucking win.
God damn, I would have laughed if that was Duck.
I would have too.
I heard the bleep. I had to look up. I'm like, tell me that.
I could not believe that when Tootie Bug sent those memberships, and I was like, really? I almost said something, but then
I can't believe she's still subbed.
Yeah, I guess you don't actually have to be watching to get a gift sub. Like you just have to be a subscriber. Because if I tried adding her and she didn't show up. I guess there's possibly ways around that, but
technically she was just a watcher, right? I suppose,
but if somebody is
the membership out,
you're right. She could be watching and not participating in the chat. You are 100% correct.
Like you gotta. Rachel Wilson is very, very unique. You got to actually fucking poke at her and get her real fucking riled up before she'll enter the fucking chat.
I'm really not interested in going after the Wilsons that much, you know? I mean, Sarah is, but that's because they hurt her. She has a reason. I don't really have any skin in the game other than they did some damage to someone I like, you know, and destroyed something that was really fucking cool, actually. I mean, I love watching these two sides coming together multiple times a week. You know, we're all just getting to participate, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Now it's just different. It's not as fun. Well, they still have fun.
Worry.
It's not as fun.
Don't worry about it. We'll get another.
Oh, I know. We'll rebuild.
Yeah, we'll rebuild.
Well, the better thing to do
she's already rebuilding. I mean, her subs are already starting to go back up.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good news.
Balderson, are you in my Discord?
And the shows we got coming up, a lot of big stuff. She's just releasing it, slow rolling the release of it. Her and I
I'm excited. I saw some really good shit in there. Lately, it seemed a little bit stretched. I was like, oh man, this isn't great. But I was working for nothing. I was working.
I just made you. Neil, I just made you a member of my Discord.
Block. So it's like things are restarting. It's all in one block now. It's going to be solid. There's always something scheduled. And, you know, then it'll go back into the way it used to be where it's always something scheduled. And then it's just after shows that are the open panels and stuff. Right. And it's not. the open topic thing, it's fine once in a while, but you can't just do it. You know, you need a base to work.
It's hit or miss. It's real hit or miss. It depends one who shows up and then what the topic list is. Like that one time Beth showed up, because she was the female in the panel. Sarah Bell let her pick the topic. She picked a topic, and we stayed on that topic almost the entire night. Like so, then that's a time where like that format really worked. But then we get other nights we're just blowing through the topics because nobody really has anything to say or anything to disagree on.
Yeah,
we're too level-headed.
It's not that. It's just we've been kind of running out of topics. We need to come up with a new bin of topics.
I don't necessarily think so. I think it's
well,
more.
That is happening. The group of people. I've been a speaker for years and years, and I used to be a really big speaker, so I've got a pretty good availability of friends. And so we're really mixing in a lot of different things. You're going to start seeing it's not even going to be even like it was where it's always politics and religion. There's some really interesting things getting ready to get mixed into the I can't let any of it out because it's not my place to, but there's going to be some really cool things to get mixed in, like Neil coming in, even though that's kind of religious, but you know, people like that. And then I can't talk about it, damn it. I wish I could.
I was just gonna say, I think the topics are fine. It's just we need stronger opposing forces going back and forth at each other on the screen.
Sometimes, I mean,
not necessarily like Omar Spin opposing forces, but like two people who like really strongly believe in their sides of the opposing force, and they're willing to just fucking fight.
What you need is really hard. What the
shit.
problem is we had a really hard right, and then with them was the really hard left, and once the really hard right left, the lefts did too.
Right. Well, it's hard to get it was always hard to get the left in here anyways.
Yeah.
And I used to
come in the ones that we get that stay, I'm actually pretty happy with. Effigy is fun to butt heads with. Bones is fun to butt heads with. Zers, I think he's leaning more left.
I mean, I've been trying to get some of fucking.
Zers doesn't show up for debates that much.
I've been trying to fucking get some of Coder's fucking people to come up, but they're all fucking pussing out.
I haven't even seen Coder in forever.
He got his pee-pee touched by a girl.
That does change a person.
It does. It does. Your priorities suddenly shift.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Fight with retards on the internet. Get late. You know which one I'm picking.
Yeah.
Petrol, perfume, and priorities, right?
Yeah, if I was 20, I wouldn't be on here doing this. Christy be walking like a bull rider, you know. But at this age, though, that I won't even be walking by the end of that.
Yeah.
Well,
through a hip. Through a hip.
Interested in that might not want to argue.
I've been having fun on X arguing with different factions of flat earthers and young earth creationists, mostly just poking at their bad logic. I'm not. Some of those debates, I don't even know why I bother. Like flurfers are just hopeless.
Most of the, unless you're talking to one of the bigger speakers, that crowd is, because I'm friends with a lot of the bigger speakers, so I've heard them speak enough that I can feed back a lot of it.
Right.
But so when the crowd, because I speak at some of the same events, so their crowd will come up and talk to me about things, and immediately what they're saying does not match what the speakers were saying at all. You know, you're like, oh wow, this completely got twisted within one person. Like, oofta. Like Witsit can debate. That guy's a good debater.
Been here before, hasn't he?
I don't think so. I think he's been on Modern Day Debate.
I could have sworn he showed up for a panel one time. I could be mistaken. It was a long time ago if he did.
It might have been before I was hanging out here.
Maybe, but like, I'm thinking like back around maybe September, October timeframes.
Oh no, I see
Speaking of-
that.
Speaking of modern day debate, guys should be paying attention to the promos that James is doing lately. He's grifting like a motherfucker for the cringeables right now.
The cringeables.
He's totally fucking bought out.
And Dave Weiss, I wouldn't necessarily call him a debater, but he can have a good conversation about it. You know,
Sure.
almost a debate, but not quite a debater with it.
Just like to define debate. I mean, there's all kinds of debate, right?
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
of
yeah.
what we do wouldn't even qualify as formal debate.
No, not at all. Not at all. But him, it's more of a he's ready to have a more conversation about it than a debate, and it can be a oppositional conversation. But
Well, I mean, that's a good conversation when you're doing thesis and antithesis.
right, yeah, he's a pretty mellow guy though, all around. He like before he became like the big flat Earth speaker. Who the fuck did he just get on with? He just got on with somebody huge. But before that, the guy owned a solar panel or some solar setup company, and so he was fairly
How
wealthy.
the hell do you put? Sorry, how do you are in the solar industry and you think the Earth is flat?
Eh.
I mean,
He
it's like
didn't
solar power is not equal throughout the world, right? Like the closer you are to the equator, the more solar energy you receive versus people closer to one of the poles where you get less. I mean, it's still in the ballpark of one another, but it is measurable and it is significant.
Yeah, for
However,
sure.
if it was flat, you'd have equal distribution of light all across the surface. It wouldn't change.
I'm not
Check
sure
your
about
Discord
that one.
messages, Dolly.
The finer details of it, I can't argue. You know,
Mhm.
Ben,
what's that?
check your Discord message real quick.
When it gets down into the nitty gritty details, no, because I'm not going to stick around, bro.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to see if I could help you out a little bit. That's all.
Oh no, I appreciate it, but yeah, I ain't got maybe 15 by 10:30. I'm gonna be out of here for sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
I gotta get that lower end planted this week, and so I've got to go down and prep everything, and I've been
What you planning?
I'm planting cannabis.
Nice.
Yeah, I got tired of all the fucking gelato and all that bullshit that's tainted everything now.
Mhm.
And so I ordered old school chem dog and old school Afgoo from Europe.
How does that work? How does it get imported into the country?
Because the seed doesn't have any THC in it.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you actually can trade and purchase the seeds that are not even regulated.
Yeah,
Until you grow them.
You got to say is that it's for novelty. And
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking at my state laws. I wouldn't mind setting up a little grow for myself.
Neil, you're muted.
Yeah, I've got the biggest I have grand mal seizures, so I'm on the biggest medical level California has. So I've got a 400 square foot grow.
I don't know that they distinguish it in Washington. I think it's just if you have it, you were allowed to grow X amount of plants for yourself and then X amount of plants for your household. And it's a fairly decent amount, if I recall. It's not terrible. Like it should be something you would easily sustain yourself with, if I understand
the state of New York. They have it's pretty much like California, just the restrictions are a lot more heavier. Right. I think mine's
not per plant, which is interesting. Mine is I can have 400 square feet, so it doesn't matter how they measure the measurements of the plant. They don't care if I have 100 plants or I do that in 10 plants. I get 400 square feet. That's what I got.
In the state of New York, it's 6 per adult. I believe. Don't quote me, or it may be 6 period plants. That's what our you can get that without a license. That's recro, right?
Here, yeah, that's anybody in California can grow 6 plants. That's just, you don't even need a permit or anything.
According to your county.
According to your county, but most of them, I think it's 6, pretty much statewide. For without a license or anything. Mine, I can get, like, I do about 80, but that's because I expect mine to be a certain width.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know, like I know, look, Trump did that whole thing, with the cannabis and everything like that. But if I remember, I see it now.
Well, honestly, it needed to happen. It was one of the weirdest discrepancies that a person could point out in the government. The government had cannabis scheduled as Schedule 1, which means that it has. Oh, that's hilarious.
A security.
I'm going with security there.
Schedule 1 means that it has absolutely no medicinal value whatsoever and a high risk of addiction.
Abuse.
And then at the same exact time, the government.
Wait a minute. What did you say about that? Say that again. I'm sorry.
The government had cannabis listed as Schedule 1, which means that it has absolutely no medicinal value and that it has a high risk of addiction.
Oh,
then
right. Okay.
Then at the exact same time, the government holds the patent for medicinal cannabis. So they got a patent for it being medicinal, but then also had it listed as Schedule 1, which is just kind of mind blowing.
I think that goes back
they
to
had
the
to
1800s with
distance
patent
themselves
medicines.
from it being
but-
a serious drug and make it not so serious, so that way they could actually make a profit out of it.
I think it's still an old patent that goes back to when patent medicines were still a thing. And the rule isn't that it's addictive; it's abuse. Because you can abuse something that isn't addictive.
True. But also the government has had its own medicinal patients. So how do you list it as Schedule 1, no medicinal value?
I agree. I agree.
Have patients.
It would be the first thing the government contradicted itself on.
I think they put it there at Schedule 1 because of all the trafficking that was going on during the 70s and the 80s, and they had no control over that. So they were like, we need to schedule this as a serious thing until we get control of it. And then once they got control of it, they fucking were like, all right, let's fucking package this shit, put a stamp on it, fucking market it and sell it in the United States. And it was supposed to make a bunch of fucking money for the United States, but
damn pimp, y'all see Mr. Balderson choking on that good shit. Get off your ass and donate we some of that sticky icky.
So if you look at the marijuana regulations, a lot of it really got serious in the 60s, which was about the time when you had the hippie movement and all the anti-war movement essentially. And this gave them a kind of air of legitimacy to go after and crack down on the hippies, not because they were protesting the government, but because they're filthy drug dealers and drug addicts.
Oh, I think that movie with Johnny Depp in it called Blow put it pretty well. Where they were just showing him moving pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and basically just cornering the fucking market on it. And then
dude, he didn't touch the market on weed, bro. He was distributing to one small town in one small area in fucking over on the East Coast, because the East Coast, even today, the prices are substantially higher than the West Coast. Even today, right now, a guy can make a shit ton of money if you want to haul it from the West Coast to the East Coast. That dude, you have no fucking idea how much weed flows through this country, dude. None. It is mind blowing how much weed fucking goes through this country.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at just a little bit is back then it was they had a hard time trying to fucking control it for themselves, and so they implemented those regulations until they could get control of it. And then once they had a substantial amount of control of it, then they were like, all right, now we're just gonna legalize it and let you guys have it.
Honestly, it did more damage to the cartel than anything else. The weed don't come from Mexico anymore. There ain't no fucking weed coming from Mexico anymore. Like that stopped it more than anything else did. Like it wasn't 15 years ago, Mexican brick was viable. I don't think I could fucking get rid of a Mexican brick if my life depended on it right now.
But Mexican brick doesn't stand up to the local grows.
No.
Like when I was in Bakersfield, top part of LA, I mean, we were getting some good flour that just frankly would knock you out.
Dude, I live in fucking Humboldt, dude. Like
where the grove probably came from.
Like if it's not absolutely top notch around here, they just call it dirt, Duffy dirt, and fucking go extract this. Nobody wants it.
Does people use the less quote unquote active or enjoyable flour for the dabs?
No, the dabs usually is the buds looked shitty.
Oh, yeah.
And then also your trim, your close trim, your sugar leaf is, and either that and then larfy nuggets. Because like everybody now, especially after all the crappy and people are just stupid. They're fooled so easily. So this thing called PGRs hit the market, and it made it so buds are super, super dense. They're like little rocks.
Right.
And people think that that's somehow better, but it's not. It's horrible. And so like your old school strains, like say, take a Sour D. Sour D's some fucking airy, shitty looking nuggets, straight out. And absolutely still one of the best strains that's ever been. And there's nobody wants anything to do with it. And
Nightbot's working.
They're hard to trim.
Yeah.
The nuggets look like shit. Bag appeal is 99% of the game at this point. And the price of pounds 5 year or 6 years ago, trimmers were still making $200 a pound. Now Now you're only getting $200 a pound for well, it's actually come up now because so many people quit the last 2 years because it was down to $200 a pound for the whole pound. Like, so now these guys are having to trim it themselves. So they grow all like Girl Scout cookie mixes and gelato mixes because they're easy to trim, big solid ass nuggets, absolute garbage.
Now the leaves off of the flower are in between the bud parts.
Yeah, the sugar leaf.
Yeah, I understand that's mixed. It depends on the strain whether or not it's containing THC. Is that right?
No, most of it does. Most of that actually, when you're extracting, you probably are going to extract have a better ratio out of the sugar leaf than you will out of the straight nugget.
Right.
But the problem with the sugar leaf is if you do it warm, you'll pull a lot of fucking chlorophyll and shit like that.
Well, it turned green.
Isn't it true?
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, Ben.
Sorry.
You can smoke pretty much the entire thing, or the plant, can't you? Or the entire plant if you wanted to.
I mean, you could, but I mean, outside of the sugar leaf, which is the very tight, close to the bud, and then the bud itself, anything else doesn't really have anything in it. It's just going to taste like gas. You're going to have to smoke fucking all of it at once or something. We throw we call them either fan leaves or water leaves, or the big fan leaves. We just throw those away. Yeah, I feed those to the cattle and shit.
Who's Republican Border Patrol's going off?
Dude, I got one cow. You can't keep her out of it. She'll get fucking stoned too. Like you see a cow, and she's like, she'll get into a whole pile of it and just go crazy if I don't pay attention to her.
Oh,
it's like
weed.
It's like catnip.
Yeah.
On a grandiose level.
Hey, Baldy, have you ever seen? Has your cow ever gotten into it? Has your bull ever gotten into it? Oh shit!
Not
You gotta
all-
film
not
that shit
all,
sometime.
But Lola, my one cow Lola, she loved weed. Loved it.
I heard cows do funny shit when they're all fucking jacked out of their gourd on that shit.
Yeah, she definitely would start acting silly. And
What
she was a
does
very
KFC
personable
go
cow.
for anymore?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't muted.
That used to be like a real big problem back in the Midwest. Is the fucking cows would find the wild herb growing around in the area, and then they start munching on that shit, and then they get all fucking wacky. And the
Well,
fucking cowboys would be all fucking like, what the fuck is going on with the cows?
I watched some big presentations actually, and there's a theory that part of the reason that cannabis cures so many things is because we always used to have it in our diet, if not directly, then secondarily, because cannabis, until the war on cannabis, it was everywhere. And your deer, your cattle, your whatever was eating it, and then you're eating those animals. So its components were part of your diet for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
I don't think THC bioaccumulates though.
It's you know, it's an interesting theory. It's just one I seen a presentation on. I was like, that's very interesting.
I think
It's
that's
actually
legit.
a question. I don't think it does. But I'm open to being wrong.
I think it does. I think it is legit that as far as I know, because all the older people in my family who used to live back in the 1900s and around that area, you know, they used to say you could just walk through the country road and you could just pick a stalk up and you just start chewing on it. And that's where the whole gimmick of the fucking poor hand, the poor farmers and stuff, when they have the little fucking tumbleweed out their mouth, that was actually like a stalk of marijuana.
Did you just say back in the 1900s? Like that's back in like when the country was founded or something?
No.
The turn of the century 1900s was like over 120 years ago.
I just
Oh
heard
my God, Toasty.
I didn't hear like
No. I said my grandparents and stuff like that. Well, the elders in my family who have been around since like the 1900s and stuff. They used to say that they could go walking through the countryside and they could just pick a fucking plant and just start chewing on it.
I mean, is anybody up here born before or after 2000? I think we're all from the 1900s.
I don't think Toasty is.
I don't think Toasty is.
No.
I think the rest of us are.
I'm from 5000 BC.
Denise,
I've been around since
2000.
And then the
I've been
ones that
around
were
since,
born in the
Egypt.
late 90s, those guys, they don't even remember the 1900s. You know, they for all practical purposes, you know, their whole life's been in the post 2000, and that's just such a weird thing to think. My buddy Richie, his niece had said one day they were listening to something. She goes, "Is this 1900s music?" We're like,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I was meaning like prior to 1950.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the stuff I was listening to in high school is basically equivalent to big band in relation to the current generation. You have for how old
Yeah.
it is.
yeah,
You know, it's stuff like my grandpa would listen to.
dude, Metallica is a fucking Vegas Vegas show at this point, literally.
Yeah.
I hate listening
they're also-
to these channels, and they're hitting my favorite songs from the 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, damn, come on. I'm not one of those old guys yet. Hey,
That was 40 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like Metallica.
You know what?
Like, I
You know
remember
what?
when Metallica was like the newest thing.
yeah.
You know, and I had fucking
Those guys are all old. You know, they don't need the money. I mean, it's basically just retirement for them.
yeah.
Megan,
They
They're
paid
a
for the
Vegas
hookers and
act.
blow.
They're a Vegas act, like the fucking no.
Oh Lord, what did I do?
Hey Neil.
Yeah, like
here's-
Liberace or something.
Here's the problem with Moon Squad. She has no fucking idea what music really is and what it really was in our age and in our day.
Who?
Moon Squad.
You know who we got to get spin up against, Baldy?
Cool.
I like how Spin always comes up with just random fucking wild names and then wonders why nobody else knows who he's fucking referring to. Like,
I know.
I'm legitimately confused. I didn't know he was referring to at all.
The extra hand on Santa's fucking
Okay.
camera. That's
Oh,
Moonbeam.
yeah.
well,
Got it.
well,
Oh,
Dirty
okay.
Shoelaces, Aunt. What do you
What?
mean you don't know who Dirty Shoelaces is?
Dirty shoelaces.
Exactly. That's what he does.
I get your point. Yeah, exactly.
And then, like,
Yeah,
and then everybody in the panel stares at him like, who are you talking to?
right.
Oh my God. Well,
yeah.
I don't know her name, and I'm not supposed to say her name. Okay, put it that way.
Okay.
I have-
Okay.
I have a
Why are you
new.
not supposed to say my name?
Well, they're really tight about doxing themselves when they represent positions they may not want to answer for in 30 years.
This is true.
Yeah, I just have my name because I don't care anymore. I'm old enough, fuck it. I just don't, as long as I don't mess up my retirement.
Well, with
Which
that
is
logic,
easy.
I've already doxed myself because I have a YouTube channel.
I agree. That's why
I wouldn't say that too loud.
first. No, I mean, she's
Oh
smart.
my goodness,
Stuff on the internet,
security.
too.
Yeah, but
It's weird,
you have
so-
to understand this is an adult panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then
No,
why are
but
we
anyway,
as adults?
anyway,
Well,
Baldy, you know who we got to get
we're
spin
not
up
going to
against?
talk about your shortcomings, Neil. We're really not. We're not going to.
I've never
Check
heard
your Discord because I think
shortcomings
we got some
used
revenge.
together and with my name.
He about to put salt in your
I think
bucket,
I
bro.
heard a lady laugh at that because she got it. I've never
I
come
will-
short.
I will
Hey.
reserve.
Oh,
I will reserve my thoughts of TOS. Okay. And by the way,
You're still
Balderson,
dreaming about that shower.
I do have a post-it note up right under my monitor. It says TOS.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Break your spin to share your screen.
What?
Anyway, I was going to
Break
say,
your TOS
Baldy,
and share your screen.
No, sir.
I was going to say, we got to get spin up against Kinetic Kel. That would be fucking funny.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Kinetic
she
Kel, I
would
think,
fucking
is
set
gonna
spin off so bad.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. She would do it on purpose.
That would be a money
But he's
making
cute
night.
enough that she would fuck up Spin because he really has an issue.
He
with
wouldn't
cute.
know what to do with her.
Yeah. Like the dude still doesn't know how to talk to Grace Thorpe when he's like, fuck that chick. And then as soon as she's on screen, he's like, oh, I'm not talking to you. You seem like you're such a nice lady.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yep, there he
shit!
is.
Yep.
That
That's
is
Fucking
I was-
Grace
I know,
Thorpe is anything but a nice lady.
I just don't have
Exactly.
the skills to do that. They got your vision. They got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Notice
go
how
back
he
and
doesn't
watch
do
the
all
times
work.
that he's on, that Spin's on with Grace, and he's on. He won't go after Grace still.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Nope.
I must
No,
have
I
missed
won't.
that one.
No, I won't.
He's like, she's a good girl that's just been twisted by her evil daddy. Like,
I will never
Kinetic
fucking
Kel,
tell you anything
so
in
much
fucking
cuter.
confidence ever again, Balderson. Fuck you.
I wasn't even saying what you said in confidence.
Yeah, but you alluded to it.
No,
I'm
I didn't. I alluded to how you act on screen in front of everybody else. We are all
Oh.
watching it.
But I won't. I won't go after a woman like I do.
You won't go after a cute woman.
No, I won't.
Yeah, a cute woman.
Nope.
I know. And Kinetic Kel is a cute girl.
I wouldn't do it. I
I'm
wouldn't.
aware. That's what I
Doesn't-
fucking said.
Doesn't Kinetic Cal have like the fucking the nose ring and everything like that?
Oh,
yeah.
well, wait a minute. She has a
See?
what?
What was
She
I
has-
telling you about?
Yeah,
the
she's
nose
one of the
ring?
nose ring theory girls.
Oh, I'll go after her.
She don't-
Oh,
she
you're
don't
fucking
have
right.
to-
I just
There you
put
go,
that
Baldy.
down.
You just got one of the side
Hey guys, can you share your opinions about girls with septum piercings? The nose.
Is
Are
that
you a
is
slave?
that the bull ring one?
That's a sign of slavery.
Yeah, that's a sign of slavery, and
Yeah,
it's
septum is the bull ring.
absolutely not something. If it, like I automatically don't respect what you're saying immediately if I see shit like that.
I know. See, it's not just me.
God,
Yeah,
I see that somebody's claiming ownership.
that was like my
yeah.
number-
You know what? You know
That
what
is
you
a sign
do?
of slavery.
You know what you do, Neil? If she goes out and does it, get your fucking dog leash and hook it on it and pull on it because that's exactly what it means.
That's so violent.
Her mouth is is agape in shock. She's a cat.
No, you know what? You know what? You know what, Moon Squad?
What?
I guess
Do not defile your body if you do not understand the true meaning of what you're defiling it with.
I got right now is a good time to teach her about the loofah code.
Yeah, that's one thing my
No.
dad said. Don't do anything body altering or anything altering my body till I know myself. Like he said, if you know yourself at 17, sure, go ahead, diet. I don't care. Just as long as you know yourself.
But you
Yeah,
don't.
but in today's society and today's societal norms, it is about well, anyway, in my opinion, it is about perception.
Mm.
Okay, it may listen, a little nose stud in the side of your nose,
Can
that's
be
just,
sexy.
sorry.
Can be sexy.
Yes, but when you put the bullhorn. Well, you can put a bullhorn in there.
Put a
They have
bullhorn up
little
that nose.
bones that you can put in there.
Yeah.
I mean, but the bull ring or some sort of complete septum piercing, it doesn't mean what you think it means, and by no means is it sexy. Trust me, it attracts degeneracy. Period.
Oh, you mean like collars with the loop thing hanging down, for example?
Yes.
Bite you.
You guys wouldn't even believe the websites I used to work on.
Is Geyer
I
having
would.
an argument in the chat with somebody that's not in the chat?
Me?
Yeah, he was. That was Geyer.
Oh my
That's
God.
hilarious.
Who the fuck put me onto Laundry's channel?
Hey,
Jesus
Travis, are you going to say hello or are you going to be a mute?
Night, guys.
Hey, good night, Ben.
Christ. Good night, Ben.
All right.
The machine lies. Is
Big
that
shiny baldy.
no? That's not Landry. That's someone else. Never mind.
No, but you know, listen, and I'm saying this as a generalized statement, but it's directed towards somebody else. I have 4 daughters that are not much older, and they wanted to do what you may be thinking of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it attracted very wrong attention. Very wrong attention.
Yeah, it kind of helps hearing multiple people talk about that because that was one of the first piercings that I wanted to get. But now I'm just like, with so many people saying, don't get it. I don't think I'm going to get that anymore. Because it just, I don't want to attract this kind of people.
Well, I mean, if you have piercings elsewhere, it can attract the wrong attention as well.
Yeah.
We've discussed areas.
Well, okay, so I would consider myself or some part of me a traditionalist.
Read as conservative.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wildly liberal. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am. I mean, when my girls were young, they all got their ears pierced, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean as traditional, because most women, which it could be argued that is not a traditionalistic thing. However, I would say no fucking shit. I got to stop looking at other fucking apps. Oh my God. Oh yes. Here, hold on. Hold on.
This is why.
I'm
Yeah.
braced now. Be careful.
Yeah.
You don't want to look like this.
Oh my god. What is that horrifying thing?
That's a septum piercing and a bro beard. That's awesome.
Oh god.
And a duck bill.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. Good talent.
Like what I was saying is, okay, if you're gonna get all tatted up and all that other stuff, I mean, from a biblical part of my brain, that is also defiling your body. And Santa, I think you know where I'm going with that. And it's not my place. It is not my place by no means to give ideology. I would never do that, right? Or I would never try to portray my ideology on someone else, right? But well,
Was that Toasty or Ant? I'm not sure.
that was
me.
Anything?
Okay.
well, no. But what I'm saying is,
Because I'm looking and spinning shit talking right now.
I'm not shit talking.
I am. I'm shit
oh,
talking in my head
This
right
is
now.
true. This is true. I mean, look, if you want to get full body tattooed and sleeves and everything like that, and gauged ears and it's funny I just mentioned gauged ears.
Shit talking in your head
niece-
will leave you with a head full of shit.
My niece had gauged ears. She kept complaining that she couldn't get any jobs.
Huh.
And then she wanted to go into the United States military.
Huh.
And guess what the military told her she had to do before she was admitted?
Cut
to-
her ears off.
Take the gauges off and have her ears sewn back up.
Wow.
Right,
don't
'cause
like
that's hazardous because you could get like shit caught on them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a nice excuse, but I have military to me. I think they're looking for conformity.
Oh, well, no, that's
Mostly,
exactly
yeah.
what it was,
Yeah.
Neil. That's exactly what it was. I
Yeah,
mean,
we've been talking about whether or not it's worth it to conform or to be your own person. Absolutely. And I'm all, the only reason that I can feel the way I feel is because I had to conform for decades.
sure. Well, let me tell you something there, Moon Squad. It took her to sew her ears up, and she had to cover her arms because she has sleeves. I mean, she's got plenty more. Like, I think she's actually going for full body art, which, whatever, that's her. But if you are wanting to go into a professional position or a professional and make a professional career, you're not going to want to go to work fully covered because it would be unprofessional to show potential body art, right? But body art is a personalized thing. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's not like the old mom tattoo, and I think your uncle would know what I'm saying. Something that, yeah, I mean,
Back tats, chest
yeah,
tat.
tramp stamps, those are a thing of the past. I don't know if you know what I mean by a tramp stamp, but
Tramp stamps are a thing of the past.
as far as I know,
And me.
Those are still very alive, my guy.
okay, well, I'm 48, almost 49 fucking years old. Okay, I saw more tramp stamps in my younger years than I have today. Okay,
That's self-selection, though.
it's individualized. Exactly.
He self-selects to not see people who look like they have trans steps.
I mean, look, tasteful. If you're going to do it, and look, I am by no means a counselor. Okay, but I've just been around a long fucking time, and so is your uncle there, right? take advice from somebody that already knows better, not your generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
My generation is fucked up.
In many ways,
Absolutely,
but
foobar.
hopefully it more advanced in other ways too.
Yes.
You know, because I tend to look like a boomer, but I'm Gen X. So I don't really give a fuck what anybody's doing. But when I see you're millennial, right?
No, I'm Gen Z.
Gen Z.
She's
See,
Z.
I've got millennials and Gen Z, and their world's
And
just
Gen
different,
Alpha.
Spin. And I think it's cool. See, I could go mostly on the liberal side for a lot of our topics, even though I'm very conservative at the same time.
Sure. Well, I mean, look, everything, I'm sorry, and I'll say it again. Everything is about conception and perception.
Yeah.
Okay. What you do now could predominantly have a negative effect on your future.
What I think Spin's trying to get at is understand these things are permanent changes to your body and take them with heavy consideration before you do anything that you might regret.
Yeah.
And I didn't get tattoos until I was 35 and out of the Navy.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, it's about perception. It's about perception. I mean, hey, if you want to go out and pierce your whole body, just remember somebody might not give you a job if anybody would give you a job.
Yeah, the only tattoos or piercings I plan on getting are either piercings. Now I've kind of just gone down to my ears, and that's it. And tattoos where I can cover them up easily, not like neck tattoos, chest tattoos, or anything like that. It's just
face tattoos.
Yeah, especially face tattoos.
Stay away from the stay away from the face tattoos, especially.
And
that stuff does not age well.
Listen, it does not make you a different person. It alters your appearance, which could be offensive to somebody else.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of my lefty buddies going, well, it's not fair. I put in the same application, you know, they're not hiring me just because of this. I'm like, they don't want to irritate their customers. You have every right to present yourself however you would like, but when you're hired by someone else, presentation is part of what they're buying. And
Perception.
Yeah.
Perception. Say it the way it is.
A lot of people still go by that the customer is always right, and if the customer doesn't like what they see,
they will be.
That's not good. That's no bueno.
I'm going to tell you a true story, okay? I walked into a restaurant. This girl had more facial piercings than she had body
Sounds like a hygiene risk.
Well, when I tell you what I did, you'll understand. I went and she was our server.
Ooh.
And I went to the manager and I said, I don't know your hygiene requirements, but I don't believe that it is appropriate to have somebody that has more facial piercings serving than body parts serving food.
Especially those cheek ones. I imagine they're always fucking dripping out spit at some point. Like,
if it's a hole, it shares.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes. Again, I wasn't being mean, but
how do you say it without being mean, though?
Oh, I did say it without being mean, but I was very direct.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna piss them off one way or another.
Too bad, so fucking sad.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Too bad.
How
So
do you
sad.
how do you say it without being mean though? Like you really can't.
Well,
Well,
maybe see, I respect what you said in going to the manager, but I might even just tell them, hey, look, you be you. That's cool. Assign us to another table, whatever you need to do.
Right,
You can mock all that. Cool. But any piercing means there's aspiration.
Mhm.
You're putting, well, you get what I'm saying, Spin. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
I know what you're getting.
especially with sterile fields, if you're thinking about that.
That's what my concern
Yeah.
was.
Especially after the coof and all that.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily feel bad for the manager. I felt bad for her that she felt that she needed to defile herself and then portray herself in such a way that it wasn't that I was offended. I was more concerned with what we already said.
Well, when you and I were growing up, being extreme meant jumping off a higher, crappy made ramp in the middle of the road.
Absolutely.
And drinking.
I know what you're saying, and yes.
But as I saw the millennials grow up, it's really, really, really different. I mean, what counts as I don't know, winning brownie points. I don't know exactly what it is, but looking cool. I mean, these kids are practically walking around in BME suspensions.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude.
That's
my
hard.
goodness.
Based on some things I may have heard.
I didn't do it.
Continue, but
Wait, what?
yeah. Things I don't wish to continue to discuss.
Yes.
But from your look, I know that I don't need to.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I mean, whenever I was in high school, right? And Salty, you're not much older than me.
About 6 years.
That's what I'm saying. You're not much older than me. So you were in high school whenever pretty much I was entering high school.
Sure.
Or thereabouts, right?
Mhm.
So everybody dressed more conservative, and I'm saying that with quotations, right? You didn't see what you see now.
Well, I did because I went to alternative and hardcore punk stuff with a lot of BDSM and all that sort of stuff going on. But I didn't see it at school. I didn't.
That's what I'm just talking. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying in a proper setting, you didn't see that. Yeah, you had the guys. You had the guys and the girls with the leather jackets that thought that they had a leather jacket and they were something that they were not, and they usually turned out to be the biggest pussies in the fucking room.
Yeah, seen a few of those cocks go by.
Yeah. Hence, look. Oh, we had the real goth chicks, like complete goth chicks, not this fake ass shit, right?
Yeah.
We already talked.
Watch out for the weirdos, mister.
I like them crazy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I like them crazy. That is just today in today's society, that is a social engineered platform of stupidity, in my opinion.
Well, I can totally agree with that, but going further to the individual, it's still people trying to belong. It's just, what are they being presented as the normal, or the normal to be cool? I mean, she's shown me some of her, TikTok or whatever.
Sure.
And I'm like, I didn't see any men there. And she goes, look at all them. I said, no.
All the men in my generation are girls.
Well, at
it's
least
such
the
low
ones we saw.
testosterone. There's like they like, oh, fluffy hair. Oh yeah. Oh, I want to obsess
The
with
force is strong in this one.
And this is what I have said. This is what I have said till I'm blue in the face.
Sure. I mean, we had boys to men, but the average good-looking man was more masculine and less effete.
Football teamish. How's that?
Well, I saw a lot of people that were just not jocks, but still cool.
Well, I mean, that you'll have that in any dichotomy, right?
Sure.
But the point I'm saying is, in your generation, and I'm dealing with females in your generation, Moon Squad,
My generation.
right? I know that song.
He's like, I'm not a part of my generation. I'm a part of your guys' generation. I'm sane still.
I mean, it's social. It is, and I agree with your uncle. I agree, and this is how I agree. When your uncle and I were younger, we did not have the devices,
right,
or the device of propaganda. And
I think we still had the device of propaganda, but we didn't have the devices.
Right. Well, you watched propaganda on TV. You didn't watch
it.
It
was only late at night when you got the aluminum cans balanced just right with
sure, absolutely,
monkey ears or whatever.
Rabbit ears. They turned it off.
Rabbit ears, yeah.
The rabbit ears.
Now, what she doesn't understand,
boys, if you spent time on it.
That's true. That is true.
No job. See, all the things I've told you, they're true.
I listen. I am old enough to be your father. Okay.
Luke,
right?
He's not your father.
Shut
but
up.
I'm not.
Luke.
I'm listening. I'm talking or not. Don't you spin.
Tell her. Because that's the way it fucking was.
Yep.
Nowadays, it's easier to hand you a device and say, fuck off, right?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Than for me to sit down with my daughters and explain life. Because once you hand them that device, within 30 days, if not sooner, they're going to figure out life in a convoluted, convoluted sense.
I don't know about figure it out, but they're definitely going to see a lot more life than they bargained for.
Well, that's what I was saying, in a convoluted sense.
Yeah.
But, two things about Gen X, if I may.
Go ahead.
Our neglect was honest and direct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bet your ass.
Whatever didn't have time. You get 4 or 5 friends together to find a parent who was around that somewhat supervised us. And that was cool. I mean, I think we got used to it. But
sure,
what I dislike about the devices, it's still a neglect of a sort.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Because, and I feel bad for parents. I mean, there are times I've even told her, hey, just go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Or go play outside or something. He most often tells me, go down to the creek, play with the dogs or something. Just don't be on your phone.
Play outside. Yeah.
You know what? And we grew up in that age where we didn't have PlayStation, we didn't have Xbox, we didn't have what was the one before Xbox, Toasty?
Atari, Sega.
Yeah, we didn't have that because it was unaffordable to most people. Because
like the 90s.
I don't know. I mean, a 64 back in the 90s was like $60. Like, they weren't that expensive. The problem is they didn't have the distribution power that they have now.
Right.
Like, they weren't in every fucking shop around the corner, pretty much.
We had to load programs from cassette tape.
Right.
Yeah.
Floppy disk.
Seriously. It's a fact.
I've done that.
The fucking
Now,
floppies.
like you can go to Walmart and I can buy a Nintendo
That's what I'm
that has
saying.
every fucking game on it that we played as
Mhm.
young people, but but when those came out, we had to sit there and switch the cartridges. We
Right.
didn't have the technology. Although I know it existed, but it wasn't as refined as it is today.
You
Right.
guys actually had to wait years before you got your hands on the new Mario or the new Zelda.
Do you know what a
Something like
rotary
that.
dial
Plug it
telephone
into
is?
a TV, right? And put it on a special channel and do all that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Do you know what a rotary dial telephone is?
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
The one
Okay,
where you
tell me what a
spin it.
rotary dial telephone
Yeah.
is.
she got it. We're looking at that. I think we were talking about cell phones one day. I
Right.
grew up
But
with
do you understand the
Where-
inner workings of the rotary dial telephone?
Yeah. I get it. Well, I
She
did
wouldn't.
freaking before, but
Hmm?
freaking is phone hacking.
Oh.
Yes.
So everybody's clear on how I'm using the word.
Yes.
Because I was like,
Do you know what a dial do you
Have you
know
taught
what a
her-
dial tone is?
which
Do you remember the old dial tone?
The dial tone internet?
It wasn't internet. That was just the phone.
That was the phone.
But yeah,
It had a carrier tone.
I've been able
Oh,
to.
okay. You mean that one? Okay.
But we have listened to the old BBB where you dial up to the board
Yeah.
and it squawks and you're on your 14K modem.
Yeah,
and you're
right.
and badass. And I
Yep.
told her the only thing that really sucked is you had to wait like 15 seconds for any porn to download.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
the
man.
truth. To download a song would take you 30 minutes.
Easily.
It takes like
Oh
30
God.
Or longer.
or 5. It takes
That's
five.
because you have high speed internet.
Mm-hmm.
It used to take
You don't
15
have
minutes
you
to
don't
download
have a
picture.
home phone anymore. You have a cell phone.
You
Yeah,
got
we used
more.
to have home phones when I was much younger, like 11. Then we switched to like iPhones and stuff.
Yeah,
like
when you came here, we didn't.
I'd
have-
love it if the government would come out and say we're just gonna run on like really slow internet for the next 5 fucking years, and we just see how fast everything stabilizes.
No, they need to
Oh,
do what
yeah.
they did in the 90s. Shut the TV off at 1 in the morning. You hear the national anthem. And then
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
down to you.
I'd love it if the government did that. Like, imagine how fucking fast everybody would just chill the fuck out.
Neil, do you remember after Johnny Carson, the American flag and the national anthem?
Well, I remember all three of those things. I don't remember them as one particular thing that stands out.
It was after the Johnny Carson show or Jay
Oh, yeah.
Leno.
The end of the broadcast night.
Yes, the end
Yeah.
of the broadcast night.
Da, 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 and the flag's all waving in the
Yes.
air. And you're like, oh, it's going to be nothing but.
Exactly. So you turn the fucking TV off.
Yeah, it was something really cool, patriotic at 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
The whole thing
Yeah.
about it back then was kids had imagination and fear of their parents. Because when them streetlights flickered and your ass wasn't home, you were getting beat.
Yeah.
Well, I even had a follow-up appointment with a VA doc, and he's like, so let's talk about your childhood. Was there any abuse? I said, Doc, I'm Gen X. It was all abuse.
That's true.
He
That's
just laughed
true.
and goes, okay, well, but yeah, I think it's interesting to see these modern things through non-boomer eyes, even though I admit I look more boomer than not. I'm just kind of curious what people are going to make of this technology, because I forget who said it, maybe Toasty. If we slowed down the rate of communication, a lot of the fan-driven things like Kardashians or whomever,
Yeah.
like that, and then the politics would have to slow down as well, because you're not
Exactly.
going to wait 15 minutes to correct everybody on the internet who's wrong. At least I
I
would.
think there would be a purge if they did that.
Yeah.
Because these kids don't know how to do nothing but use that.
I
Well,
think there'd be like a lot less anger going on in politics if we
Well, I
slowed the
wonder
internet down and everything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think there would be a lot less fucking race towards war too.
Amp, do you have kids yet?
Say again.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
So they would be alphas?
Or what?
Gen Alpha?
Gen
Oh,
Alpha.
I guess I don't know what generation that is.
2013, I think it is.
No, my daughter is a little older than that.
Oh, okay. So
So she'd be
That's not millennial. That's Z,
No.
isn't it?
yeah, I think it's Gen Z. Or no, wait. Hold on. I don't know, let me look it up.
She's my interface to the modern world.
sure. Sure.
When did Gen Alpha start?
2009.
Yeah, that sounds
2010.
okay.
Has she ever seen the Telegram system?
Oh yeah.
Not mine anyway.
Do you,
I was wondering- I was-
have she ever seen the MoneyGram system or
No,
Western Union?
the Telegram system. The Telegram.
Oh, the Telegram.
When they had the fucking clickety clack clack clack, just send a
Telegraph.
fucking text.
Telegraph.
Yeah,
Telegraph.
Telegraph. There we go.
I know that.
Telegram is based off Telegraph, but it's
Sure.
different.
Like Morse code.
I've always heard it said Telegram.
Actually learned
Well,
that.
Telegram would be the decoded printout from the Telegraph.
Right.
Sure.
All right.
Or it's an app, but yeah, the Telegraph, I mean, that's going back. But yeah, we've talked about that. We've talked about different things of communication, fortunately.
The telegraph system would be before Neil's and my time.
That goes
Yeah.
back to the 1800s. The system's
Probably
ancient.
60 to 80 years before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like way back. I
The
mean,
telephone exchanges, I think, may have been as early as what, the 40s, 30s, 40s?
40s. 40s.
I don't know.
Do you remember the old party lines?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I never
Well, I
used them. I
remember
know
them
what
in
you're
two
talking about.
versions, if you know what I mean.
Yes, party lines.
You think this one gets lively? No.
No, you haven't seen shit yet.
You know, now you're making me kind of miss Miss Cleo.
Oh God, Miss Cleo.
Follow me now.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I remember the ad. I can't think of them, but yeah.
We're not going to go there about the fucking ad. We're not going to do
It
it.
was an online psychic or whatever, and you could call a 900 number to tick for every second that you're talking to the psychic, who ask you a lot of questions before they're reading.
Yeah, the electrical telegraph was 1837 when they
Yeah.
first invented it.
And they went along the railway routes, as I recall.
Yeah. They had to they had to relay the message from station to station to station.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There wasn't the ion or the cell phone tower or a tower. It was all line driven.
Well, they also weren't generating enough power, really,
True.
to just run the whole system.
And my
Imagine
for knocking them down.
Huh?
Well, yeah.
Imagine like 100, 200 fucking people reading your message before it actually got to the person you were sending it to.
Yeah,
Well,
could
so
you imagine? Hey, can we fuck tonight and two other people?
Right. Let me tell you what I'm going to do when I get there, baby.
And 200 people are sitting there saying, "Damn,
Damn,
I
bro
would
got
go-
that raise."
Well, no doubt they had a system worked out between them ahead of time to disguise such messages to keep their privacy.
Yeah, that's like the teacher catching your notes when you're passing them in class, right?
exactly." The system.
Well, like with those old party lines, it was just an electrical connection, and there was
Sure.
nothing monitoring that.
And so your parents got on the other side of the line.
Well,
You got to imagine the troll shit that people would say using it too.
oh,
Well,
I've heard
like-
some of the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Or having the two Chinese
Hey,
wrestlers fighting each other.
by the
That
way,
was fun
I
back
got
in
the
day.
clap. Have fun. 50
Yeah,
other
right.
people gotta read that.
But a party line, depending on where you are, was still a small geographic area that you're in.
Sure. Absolutely.
And so, yeah, you could find somebody.
You know,
Order the whole bunch of
it's
pizzas to
funny.
your neighbor's house.
My parents are in their mid 80s. They still have to this day a home telephone, but they both have a cell phone.
Right.
So the other day, my dad and I get into these technological debates, and normally
Oh God, I gotta see
I
that.
don't
paid money to see
I
that.
don't lose, right?
Yeah, we've met enough to know. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't with him anyway. He has a very he's a cynic. Well, what if the cell phone don't work? Yeah.
Sure.
Well, what if the home phone don't work and your cell phone don't work?
Yep.
And he's like, well, I've never had the telephone go out. I said, there's always the first time.
Sure.
And
We've always had three when I was in business, running a plastics company.
sure.
We had three. We had solid copper for our fax machines,
Yeah.
one backup line. Then we had regular fiber. And then
Yep.
on top of that, we had cellular backup.
Right. Well, my dad, up until 5 years ago, didn't want nothing to do with cell phones. He said, I don't know how to work them. I don't want to know how to work them until I gave him and my mother a brand new iPhone.
Right.
And it's not that they didn't want to, they were afraid of the technology.
Sure. I think a lot of people are afraid of what's new. Or, say what's Gen X, Gen Y,
Sure.
probably didn't have that as much as us. And after Gen Z, they're like, of course, everything's technological. But
Right.
one way I thought of the boomers is when I went to Japan, and the tub that they gave me was big enough for two dogs to sit in. Not, a full-size 6-foot American. And
Yep.
okay, I wasn't as chunky then either, but my legs couldn't be stretched out.
Sure.
And then the toilet rather, was a duvet. I
Yeah.
hadn't used one before, and all the instructions are in Japanese. I'm like, I know how to get stuff out, and I know how to wash it off. I guess we'll just do that.
Yeah, that's about what it is, right?
But
So you basically had you didn't know about the 3 seashells
Yeah.
situation.
No, I was looking at that thing. I said, with my luck, it's going to squirt in my damn face. So I was afraid.
Well, I mean, in high-end homes, they have all of that.
Sure.
I mean, like high-end homes. I
Yeah.
guess my thoughts on it is
Not our RVs.
no. Oh no. Unless you
I mean,
install one.
you could I was gonna say you could jerry rig one in there if you know how. Just
I
take
mean,
a little.
all you need is a wand.
Yeah, you just take a little tube
Hey, that's a
And you
good
just-
idea.
and you just get the clasps and everything like that, and you just screw a little garden hose sprayer on there, and there you go. You got a bidet.
And then have a little spinner in there that powers the little ducky that goes quack quack.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
Why
there- the other thing that I would say is this: if you with her age,
Uh-huh.
the thing that she, and this is what I told my children,
Sure.
right? She needs to focus on the skills that she is going to need to survive.
Huh.
Yes, 100%. Get into
Because-
survival books.
Because listen, this is how I taught my children.
Mhm.
I'm not always going to be there, nor is your mother or I or a conglomerate of both
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that
to
seem
save your ass all the time.
If you know how to survive, you don't have to fucking worry about what the government does or doesn't do.
And that is where my children, and just piggybacking off what Toasty said, my children know how to do basic tasks like manage money, pay bills, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about spin, but I was literally never shown that.
I was shown how to write a check and balance a checkbook.
No, I knew how to write checks.
That's the only thing we were taught.
I knew how to write them.
Yeah.
And then I had to go to a class for not writing them without money.
Oh, well, yeah, that happens. That happens.
And here's another thing. Don't ever get suckered into thinking you actually need to go to college, because here's the truth. You can learn whatever the hell you want on YouTube. Just type in the letters and you can learn anything you want. They got welding tutorials out there. They got survival tutorials out there. They got anything you can think of. You can find it on YouTube.
I mean,
college is 100% a scam. It's not necessary.
It's not. Now, if you want to become like an attorney or a doctor or some sort of higher profession,
or a person in the academia life, be a teacher.
Yeah. I mean there are techniques that are taught, but all the other noise, in my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, all the other noise that they say that you need to know, you will never use those tools ever again.
Except I did use lessons from my human sexuality class.
Well, yes. Yeah.
And no liar exaggeration. My lab partner was one of the cheerleaders for NAU.
There you go.
That's
what?
Oh my god.
That's just true. Yes. Yes. Before now, I used to have some Riz and rock the boat.
Don't ever say that again.
He knocked her off. If she knocked him off that chair, I promise you, I will laugh very hard. I mean, here's how it really is, and and I am a realist. I had to explain to my stepdaughter, I am a realist. I see things for what they really are. And I try not to, and I try very hard not to speculate. I look at a car and say it's a car. I look at a woman and I say it's a woman. But in today's society, you gotta wonder. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we have a version of that, and I'm running it past Toasty and Ant and security here. We have be skeptical of everything, including your own ideas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lock myself into some stupid shit.
If you want to know just how prevalent, crazy, and stupid it is, just stop by a Raging Tomato debate. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been hearing with me.
Yeah.
Hence, she's sitting right beside him all the time.
Because I'm like, hey, this is social studies. I mean, being homeschooled.
It really is.
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, look, the way it really is, the way it really is this: reality is the only Reality is the only ideology that I understand. When I had children and girls,
Yeah.
I had to learn conspiracy.
But didn't you have to learn that some of your great ideas were false as well?
I will never say, and I will never admit that all of my upbringing or teachings were on board. How's that?
Yeah, my oldest gave me a real gut check one time, and I raised strong, independent women, especially. But he goes, "Hey, Dad, you're wrong about something. It was a minor punishment or whatever, based on a faulty premise."
Sure.
And he said that, and I went, "Okay, let's release that." And then he told me what it was, and I'll be like, "Hot damn, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry." And it was done.
Well, look, the way I was brought up in a very democratic household.
Mm.
I am the bastard child.
Modern Democrat or Democratic in that you guys
No. Okay, I'll put it this way. Very liberal or very liberal democratic.
Okay.
Like,
So
are we talking
were they-
90s liberal democratic, 80s
Yeah.
liberal democratic, or
It's a good
modern
No, I'm
liberal
talking about
democratic?
60s and
Yeah.
70s liberal
Oh, okay, we're on right
democratic.
there.
My mom was an actual hippie, and they were on the FBI's list as protesters. So
Well,
So was my mom.
Damn.
my family did not rise to that level, but they were, the government can do no wrong as long as they agreed with the government.
yeah, I think
Oh,
that's a
boy.
lot of people.
But it was they are the epitome of they voted for Scamala.
Yeah.
Put it that way. My
Lucky sense.
brothers and sisters.
And
My dog digging to China. I'll mute my mic. Sorry.
Sure. My brothers and sisters are the same way. I am the bastard. I am the outcast.
Philosophically speaking,
Philosophically speaking, yes.
Sure.
and
So
over there making his 120-minute fucking burritos.
yeah, pretty much. So at the end of the day, hold on, guys. Toasty, take over a minute. I gotta do something
Yeah,
really
sure.
quickly.
I got you.
well,
So
I was at the. May I ask a question about the group in general?
yeah, go ahead.
Because I definitely sense I hate labels, but we'll just say more conservative right than more liberal left.
Yeah, that's I think that's fair. I mean, a lot of us are conservative on the right, and I think a lot of us come from a lot of older systems of upbringing.
Right.
So we're very, I wouldn't say like against the newer wave shit in that really god awful way, but
Right.
rather we're against it because we see how fucking stupid it is.
Yeah.
And it literally fucking just assaults our souls.
Well, the movement in the 90s was actually based on reality and cooperation. As a young man said earlier tonight, we're not going to get there if we don't get there together.
Yeah.
And just having watched the homosexuality be accepted within current non-exclusive culture was a big thing. But then I think the lefties just ran out of shit to do or something.
Yeah, they pretty much did. I mean, we had everything pretty much conquered by the 2000s. I mean, really, truly, we weren't seeing in color. We weren't really caring about who was what and yada yada yada. And then this is the way I put it. You could say that they were two wings of the same corrupt bird at any point in time before Trump came down that escalator. Then after Trump came down that escalator, everything fucking changed. Everything fucking
It
changed.
started with Obama, though.
Yeah, the racist definitely started with Obama.
Yeah,
I'd say it goes to Bush versus Gore.
I'm talking as far as the population goes. Like nobody really cared about politics even.
Look at the House voting
that
record.
point.
Look at the House voting record from say like 1980 to present day, and you'll see like this split is very tiny all the way up until like very recently, but it starts diverging somewhere around the time of, like I was saying, Bush v. Gore. That's like a real controversial race, and a lot of people were not very satisfied with that outcome.
And that was 2000, right?
Yeah,
that was around then. So like
a lot of people argue that. Sorry, I was gonna say that.
No, go ahead, Ant. You haven't talked in a minute. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna say that a lot of people argued that the Afghan invasion was to bolster up Bush's credibility.
Yeah. And Clinton,
I think he just wanted to bust a cap in somebody's ass because somebody tried to shoot his dad.
Oh,
that's all I really see on the Iraqi war.
I'm talking about Afghanistan.
His oil.
Or it's this we're talking about 2000, 2001. This was Afghanistan, not Iraq. Iraq was later, 2003.
Yeah.
2003. It was the Bush's oil plant.
Just for the sake of saving ourselves geologically.
And it came from oil. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is so germane. So Bush's daddy, so George Herbert Walker Bush, the one that was after Reagan, he was apparently working closely with some people that we might call CIA on destabilizing things in Cuba, along with several oil companies, and he's been involved in that since.
Right. Yeah.
And his dad got all his money from stock market shenanigans. And so when I look at both of those combined, at first, the senior Bush, I'm like, finally, we have a spook in the government. And that used to mean a spy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then, his son gets in. I'm like, this guy's as dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely say
Jeb.
Oh, yeah, Jeb's something else.
Yeah, Jeb. I think there could be an argument there is an argument to be made that like puppet presidents definitely started after Bush. But like I said, anything before Donald Trump came down that escalator or whatever it was, you could definitely say that was two wings of the same corrupt bird. But like ever since he came down that escalator, that elevator, or whatever the hell it fucking was, everything changed. Everybody finally got into fucking politics, which was something that none of the fucking politicians wanted. Sure. Because as long as we all were like, who the fuck cares? They're going to do whatever they want. We're not going to pay attention to it. They can keep getting away with doing whatever they want. But as soon as Trump got in that chair, he re-centralized all the fucking public focus back to fucking America or the White House and the Congress and everything like that. I mean, just look at the rate at what everybody's fucking learning about politics right now. It is the only thing we fucking talk about. And we're sitting there talking about the languages. We're sitting there talking about the amendments. We're sitting there like more than ever before.
Sure.
I mean, when I was in school, fucking reading about politics, it was more of an eye roll thing. It was who cares? Nobody. Who gives a shit? Now we're like, okay, now we got to think about what this policy is going to mean for us 20, 30, 50 years down the fucking road, because us being asleep all this fucking time is why we're all ass fucked in the present. So
I think we should have automatic sunsetting of bills if they don't set it in the bill itself, and it's like then it would be a period of say like 6 years after the bill's first implemented, something like that. Because we have so much crap in our legal system that nobody even keeps track of anymore because so much of it's unenforced, but it's still there. It's still in the books. And guess what? If you violate it, yours can still be fucking hemmed up by it if you choose to. Like, it's just ridiculous, though. Even lawyers, I think, struggle to really kind of keep up with the weight of our legal system, let alone someone who's untrained in it.
It's still legally enforceable in my town that you got to have a horse hitch post. Like, how crazy is that?
Like in the movies where they had that horse on a bar.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I was translating to the Gen Z. Okay, yeah.
You need to watch more Westerns with your niece.
Yeah, no doubt. I think we're going to have to watch the original True Grit. John Wayne.
Get her
Do
on
that.
those.
Get into the spaghetti Westerns and then finish with Unforgiven.
But you definitely Tombstone's got to definitely be.
Yeah, but you got to put it before Unforgiven. You can't follow up Unforgiven with much. If anything.
No. I remember being almost tormented by that movie.
It's a great movie. I love it.
Yeah,
but it's brutal.
Who you're rooting for, doesn't it? Like,
I don't think I changed who I was rooting for. It's just it became a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah, shit or shittier shit. But those are great movies. I'm not gonna say some boomer shit like, "Oh, they don't make them like they used to."
No, they really don't, though.
But they don't.
They really don't.
They don't even really make westerns anymore.
Modern movies
is made
suck
like it
ass.
used to.
Modern movies just suck ass. They really do.
There's some good ones out there. It's just really hard to get the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah. I thought that Blade Runner 2049 was good. What did you guys
I haven't seen it. I've started watching it and I didn't finish it, and I haven't gotten back to it. So I need to finish it because I loved the first movie to death. The original Blade Runner is amazing.
The good movies these days, they feel so very, very hard to come by. Actually, there is something I do want to give a shout out to. It's called The Blacklist, and it's got James Spader in it. You guys might know him from Less Than Zero.
Show.
I have been kind of binge watching the shit out of the shorts from that show. I am gonna go fucking buy that shit, that whole entire fucking series up because
Toasty.
I love Spice Girls.
Toasty. Subscribe to Peacock. I think it's Peacock, and you can watch the whole fucking thing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Through Amazon.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Amazon has it too. Yeah.
Well, they
I know
have
Amazon
it. You can
does.
subscribe to Peacock through Amazon.
Yeah, that's gonna mean I have to do a subscription, ain't it? I fucking hate subscriptions.
Yeah.
They might have a trial. You check it first. It might be like a 2-week trial, and then you can if you can watch it all in 2 weeks, you basically watch it for free.
Yeah, I'm sure I have another refer a friend kind of shit in my inbox. So.
Yeah, but if not, it'll be something like $6 or $7 a month. I don't know what Peacock is, but if you're not Netflix or Disney, then you can't really get away with charging that much.
$12.99.
Or I just
$12.99?
just spend the fucking $60 for the fucking DVD collection, and I own it for life.
You have a
I can
DVD
watch
player?
it for free forever.
I don't think I have a working DVD player anywhere in the house.
I mean, I think the series is on fucking Blu-ray now. So,
do you have a PlayStation, Ant?
Yeah, I do. I have a PlayStation 4.
That'll play it.
Yeah, that'll play it. That'll
play
play it.
Blu-ray. Okay.
Yeah, that'll play it. Is it the PS4 Pro?
I don't think. I don't remember.
Is it really slim?
Kinda. Not especially. I don't think.
Like, is it about like hold on.
It's not like it's that big. It's fairly small unit. Sits in the console.
Is it like a small square?
Yeah.
Okay, that should be the PS4 Pro. That should do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say and you may have to download the Blu-ray app.
Ew.
I don't think you will if it's the. If it's
Okay,
the
well, I
Plus.
know like the one that I have, it has to have an app, but I can watch any DVD or Blu-ray that I want.
That's really weird. That's interesting.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it does. So you have like a registered video library. You're just streaming from them to you or to your console. Yeah, that's different. That's You can own movies through the PlayStation Network and stream them to your console.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's completely independent of format because obviously it's
I didn't
streamed.
know you could do that.
Actually,
yeah.
Thank
I don't
you,
know if
man.
they still do it.
Made
It
me
was a
think
while
something.
ago. I mean, I haven't been on the PSN for a long time, but last time I used it, you could do it. It wasn't like a wide selection either. If I remember correctly, it was just Sony's libraries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So like, they got some good movies, but it's a limited set. That's a limited set, you know.
Well, like I
Well,
said,
yes. So, what? I don't know. You guys watch any of the superhero movies? You guys interested in any of that shit?
I'm too old for that.
On a selective basis.
Okay. How are you too old for that? These comic books are older than anybody in this panel.
Yes.
Well, well, let me say this. I never really got into sports.
Okay.
I never really got into comics and stuff like that.
That's fair.
And it wasn't now there's a reason for that.
Okay.
When I was growing up, it was the opinion of my parents that it would stunt my ability
okay
to learn.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was pretty common. Not with my parents, but I remember hearing about it. It was a bit of a trope. There was like this belief that video games or cartoons or Dungeons and Dragons, all these things were going to lead to corruption and mayhem. And it's like, well, none of it was true.
We were allowed to watch cartoons, but it was limited. You know, it was not like like nowadays when SpongeBob SquarePants comes on and a million reruns. And a million fucking reruns later, you're still watching the same fucking thing over and over again.
Would you like a Krabby Patty? Squidward.
The only day we really got to control the television, my brother and I, was on Saturday mornings.
Saturday mornings for me too.
Yeah.
And it was strictly the morning. As soon as like the sports came on in like the afternoon.
Oh yeah,
that took over. We were done.
Yeah.
Outside to go play. Which was fine with us because there really weren't a lot of afternoon cartoons on Saturdays. So everything was stacked in the mornings.
No, USA Channel Kung Fu Theater.
Yeah,
that's true.
DVD players. Great.
I grew up with my parents watching Howdy Doody.
Okay.
The Red Green show.
Did they also make you watch MASH?
I like MASH. Are you talking about the movie or the TV show?
The TV
show. I was more directing that as Spin.
Gomer, do you remember Gomer Pyle?
Yes.
Yes.
That is what my parents raised us on. I don't want to say raised because that's wrong. That is what my parents were watching.
The joke with MASH is that the show went on longer than the war it was modeling.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It was like,
but
the show was like 7-8 seasons, and the Korean War was only like 3 or 4 years.
Something like that. Yeah. But
a lot happened.
Don't get me wrong.
Yes, a lot happened, but it was very short.
It's very cynical, right? But what my parents thought was they were raised on old comedy. Slapstick comedy, right? The new age of VH1 and MTV, I wasn't allowed to. We were not allowed to watch it.
We had the box.
Yeah, we didn't. It was one cable line into the back, and what you got is what you got. So
I'm talking about MTV was called the box before it was MTV.
I'm gonna step away for a second, Spin.
yep. DJ's back, so we're fine. If I have to walk away,
Yeah,
we'll
we're good.
walk
I
away.
landed already.
Okay. The point is
Don't drop that.
the point is what we grew up on,
Yeah.
and what you're currently in the midst of doing is completely different. I mean, you probably got the iPads, the iPhones, the laptops.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
She has her Apple Watch too. What are you
Oh,
talking
well, I forgot the Apple Watch. Yeah, of course. See?
Yeah.
See, like, right. See, and you know what? When the laptops came out, I could never afford one because they were expensive, right?
Yeah.
There was eBay, but everything on there was expensive.
Everything on eBay was expensive?
Girl, I know how old you are. You have no idea what expensive really is. Back whenever the minimum wage was $5.
Oh yeah.
They didn't
When
have
what was
Apple
$5?
products then.
Minimum wage.
That's like 20 now.
That depends where you're at. Federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. It's been there
Well,
since
yeah.
92 or so, 94
Something like
maybe,
that.
somewhere in the 90s.
Wow.
Back then,
But my
service
point
was not-
stands.
Yeah, but
There weren't the
service
Apple products
back
you're
in our
talking
day-
about when the minimum wage was 5 something.
Right.
Yeah, but back then
Also
you could fill up a shopping cart for $50.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I remember walking into Walmart. I can visually
24
remember
hours.
walking up into Walmart, getting 2 buggies of groceries that would last us a month and a half for about $120.
Can you make a time machine? Because I really want to go back to that time.
No, you really don't.
Really don't.
You really don't.
Well, there were a lot of good things, but they weren't all good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean,
Or back when you had to go to the food stamp office and get them paper books of money, and you
Yeah.
had accountability because you had to physically get off your ass, drive there, or catch the bus there to get them.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, we grew up in the times where there was no credit card machine that authorizes right there.
Right.
I grew up in the days where they had to physically call the credit card company to verify that you had enough credit to buy whatever you were buying, and then you had to slide the imprint of the credit card.
Yep.
Dang.
It was called an imprint machine.
Yep. And them bitches were a pain in the ass to carry.
Yeah. And then I remember where cash was king,
Mhm.
and you wrote a check for everything. There was no credit cards.
Yep.
You might write a check. Not everyone accepted checks.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I can remember when a pack of Newports was $3.
Our Newport
Bitch,
cigarettes.
I can
Yeah.
remember. I can remember vending machines where the cigarettes were 25 cents.
When gas was $1.07.
Yeah, I remember less than that.
$1.15.
I mean, when I
Yep.
started using gas, it was like
Oh,
89 cents. Something
I
like
know
that.
the ports, bro. They nearly killed me in the Navy.
My dad smoked Lucky Strikes.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Then he went to Cowboy Killers.
Then mine
How
was
old is that?
Winston's,
Oh,
then
the,
Cowboy Killers. No, Winston's, the Rails, and then Cowboy Killers. Was the
Yeah.
I thought it was Camel non-filtered.
No. Cowboy Killers were Marlboro shorts.
Okay, that makes sense. Cowboy on the marketing.
My dad can tell you when they were 15 cents.
And there was real tobacco and not this processed shit.
Yeah.
Very true. There was no vape. There was no bullshit that you got now.
Well, you got to listen. He's laying it
Oh,
out
I'm
for you.
listening. Oh,
Okay, she's listening.
Listen, the worst thing you can do for your body at your age is vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already got past that thanks to the help of him.
Yeah,
The help of him
wouldn't
is,
recommend-
guess what? He wasn't buying them, so you had no fucking choice.
I wouldn't recommend any nicotine products to anyone. It's just pure destruction of your body. It does
Well,
nothing
right.
for you.
And it goes back to what I was saying about defiling your body.
Now we're talking about like cannabis vapes. That's a different thing. That's usually like hash oil on a coil. It's not much different than just smoking it, really.
Sure.
And that's
But-
actually a more pure form of the plant. You're not burning all that plant matter and inhaling that. You're just sticking to the stuff that's actually psychoactive.
Sure.
And all the
Absolutely.
mites and all the
Yeah.
pesticides.
Yeah.
All the what?
Pesticides.
Pesticides.
Well, you can find them where they're pesticide free. There's a lot of growers have switched to pesticide free. So if that's a
Yeah,
concern. Huh?
I'm allergic to pesticides and any poisons after the Gulf. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, I
apparently
bet.
we got sprayed with it. Well, there wasn't a plane that flew over us that sprayed that, but when Iraq was first doing the invasion,
Mm.
they were blowing up the oil fields and the pesticide and what do you put on plants to help them grow?
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
And then we just got lucky, and there was also a sarin base, at least a few missiles based there.
Yeah.
They got hit. And so now I go near a pesticide or a bug spray, and I can just tell you, yeah, or anything orthophthalate. And that's what's kind of interesting about what we're talking about. Don't defile yourself, because there are orthophthalates and all sorts of shit we don't know about.
Well, of course.
Hmm.
I
As
mean,
Whore
I
out.
used to not be able to eat anything with MSG.
I'm sensitive to it.
That's him. And I found the same thing.
Marsupial glutamate.
No, monosodium.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Monosodial glutamate.
So monosodium glutamate.
Whatever. You knew what I fucking meant.
It's not what
Straighten
you
your
said.
antennae. Straighten your antennae, bitch. Anyway,
The
Oh,
funniest
by the way,
thing.
you've been replaced, Spin, by Robux here.
no, see, wait a minute. Shut that motherfucker off, because guess what?
What?
We didn't have no Roblox.
But I don't want to go
We had
back to where
Legos.
we only had horses either. I mean, there's a balancing act, Spin.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, do you guys remember the Remo Williams movie?
Vaguely.
So the guy's playing Chun, right? He's reading off a can of SpaghettiOs or something that the main
We
guy
didn't have
wants
none
to
of
eat,
them either.
and he comes to monosodium glutamate. It just shits on it. I'm like, that's how you know this is a Western writer, because monosodium glutamate comes from Asia. It's a natural product. There just isn't an English word for it, so it gets this scary chemical name.
Sure.
Well, was it Uncle Charlie who's the cook on YouTube? And he says, "Oh, MSG, good flavor."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
No, it's
Fuck you if you don't like flavor. MSG.
MSG's
Yeah,
good.
like all that MSG to that big old pot. And
They
then
can't
they're like,
see you. I'll turn this
Oh,
way.
no,
now,
it's fine.
now your facial or hand expressions.
It's not as salty as table salt. You actually can use quite a bit of it if you want to.
I don't know
Anyway.
why, but it gives me a headache.
Oh, that's
Well,
weird.
It's
But it
all
doesn't have
about
sodium
the
in it.
intake. If you're used to it, it won't. It's just like nicotine. The first cigarette you ever smoke, you're gonna fall the fuck over. After that,
I
you're so
remember
used to it.
swallowing chewing tobacco used to be that way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
because we couldn't spit tobacco, so we would swallow it. And boy, yeah, there are a couple of times I'm like, hey, somebody watch this. Why? Okay. Oh, yes.
Swear to
time. Yeah.
There's the most disgusting habit. Ugh.
Oh, it is. It is. But
And they will just swear to God and up and down that it's not. And they're like, oh, it's not as bad as being around smoke. Fuck you. Every spit bottle I have to pick up makes me want to punch you guys in the face.
Well,
I don't use tobacco.
it used to be the ideology that chewing tobacco was better than smoking because you're not doing the damage to your lungs.
Yeah,
However, what they didn't tell you, it was going to eat your teeth up and eventually put a hole in your lip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the
greatly increased rates of oral cancers. It's
you
really
know
bad
what?
shit.
My grandfather used to do the chaw because that's what he called it.
Yeah,
he would say, Ethel, give me my chaw. And it was you would chew on it. That's what it was. But it was horrible for you too.
Well, one of my neighbors was this feisty old lady who was always doing snuff.
Yeah. Oh God.
Good Lord.
That's bad.
I mean, just think about it. Look, we used to go to McDonald's and they had a smoking section.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember restaurants.
You know, in the state of Pennsylvania, there are bars that you can still smoke in.
Wow.
You can't smoke in a chain restaurant that has a bar. It is individually owned, and they are required to have a filtration system to weed out the smoke.
You can smoke in bars and stuff here in Florida.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, certain bars.
Sorry, she's buying a new dance module for Robux.
Oh God, Speakeasy's got a panel going.
Tell her to be careful on that. There's a lot of pedos that run around there.
Yeah, I've had stuff happen before. I know the risks and I take precautions and I follow his rules.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you one rule that my middle daughter didn't follow.
Precautions like putting a rubber over the computer? I'm confused.
Yes. Putting a rubber over the computer.
See, Ant was obviously corrupted. His brain was rotted.
He forgot 4 fucking times.
Well, I
was worried about 2K.
I have tape over my camera constantly. I must have taken it off for something, but
Oh yeah, why'd you take it off, huh? What happened to that tape?
Put the rubber over the fucking camera, and you will not destroy your life.
These are good life skills.
putting a piece of tape over mine right now.
Yeah.
Well, sure,
exactly.
you'll do
There
it
you
for
go.
them, not for me.
No, I had it on. I must have taken it off.
Well, you know, sometimes, and I have found this with my daughter's friends, believe it or not, they think that their parental figure, whether it be grandma, grandpa, whatever, don't know anything. But when you hear it from a complete fucking stranger, or the ideology or the like-mindedness of the parental figure, they take it a little more serious.
Yeah. Well, because they see all of our bullshit.
Yep. Well, and what I would say is put the laptop down, delete TikTok.
Sure.
Of course you got fucking
I go
TikTok.
for a slightly different bend. And remember, I was into the internet and programming and all that stuff.
Sure.
I looked at the research for the psychology and sociology of these games. And one of the challenges that we have in homeschooling is socialization.
Sure.
Right. And so she can go on the VC chat and whatever, and they can get speaking spicily and lively and all that shit.
Uh-huh.
But you go on that VC server without me, it's simple. The laptop goes away.
Lost my
Well,
laptop
yeah.
for a week because of that.
Well, and you know what?
I'm glad I did.
Now,
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. The game that most people play now, even as adults, is Roblox.
Yeah.
well, we like to play 99 Nights, and a lot of times we'll be in the same thing. I think some of the changes could be helpful, but
Sure.
I'm like, pretend that every single person you meet online has like missing all their teeth, they're bald, covered in grease,
And they're
and,
flat.
and they're, well, thank you, and they're fat, but they're not
Oh,
interested.
you have a lot to learn.
I mean, again, you know,
Just
She's got a
remember,
lot to
remember
learn,
how
Neil.
fast the internet travels. That's all I got to say.
He has a lot
The
to
wrong
learn.
thing to the wrong person, and you can't get that back.
damn near.
Just remember not to talk to anybody from Polk County.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No,
No
or
real
Volusia.
ID theft.
Or Volusia.
Just think about like the trouble that a lot of these politicians are getting in trouble with leaked emails and text messages and all that stuff. Think about how fast that fucking hits the public circulation.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
even
keep that in your and burn that into your fucking skull and never ever ever do anything you're going to regret.
Right.
Yeah, because it may be important later to not have your tits all over the internet.
Yeah, you might decide you want to be a congresswoman or something.
I shared with her a story about a friend of mine who got doxxed and, we'll say, revealed to all of his friends, including all the people he went to church with, about certain items that he had shared with a young lady. Sure, they were in love, you know.
Well,
And like, yeah, I can hack her, bro. That isn't the deal. I already got her address. I mean, we could do that stuff, except here's the thing. What didn't stop you from taking dick pics?
Right. Common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Well, he was out of his league. I think she was looking for a stable full of sugar daddies. And then she was less in love. You know, that's what I suspect.
Yeah,
But
that's a real growing problem with a lot of people these days. They are so disconnected from just being nice. I mean, you piss somebody off and they get super fucking vengeful these days. I mean, they're reporting you, they're doxing you,
Right.
they're leaking all your sensitive shit out to people, and like people are so fucking disconnected from just humanity these days, and it's wild to watch. It's really wild to witness.
well, I
mean,
think disconnected from nature too. Would you agree with that?
yeah, I would. Like, go take a nice fucking walk in the grass without your shoes on, man. You'll feel 100 times better. Fuck all
don't
this.
tell her that. I'm telling her to put
I
shoes on
told
all
you
the
so,
time.
Dad. I told you it's good. It's fine.
The hippies did that too, and look how they turned out.
Uh,
I'm gonna get ringworm all the time.
nah. Your chances of that, especially if your lawn is good and taken care of, your chances of that are very low. Very, very low. Not unless you're like walking through your dog shit or something.
As fun as that is, especially on a cold morning.
Ugh.
Warm up your
This
feet
is
a little.
true.
Well, you know about the story of the little bird and a pile of shit, right?
No, I want
Yeah.
to hear it though.
So there was a little bird, and he failed to make it south for the winter, and he was on the ground, very cold and freezing. And a bear saw her on his way to her cave and took pity on the bird and took a big old shit on the bird, and then went to her cave. Right. At first, the bird was alarmed because she just got shit on, but the shit warmed up the bird and kept it warm. and I remember I can't remember the rest of it as well. Basically, the snow melts, the bird gets out of the shit, gets caught by a cat and eaten. And the moral of the story is, when you're happy in a pile of shit, it's better than, getting out and getting eaten or something like that.
No. The bird
That's how I tell
started.
stories too, Aunt. That's
What?
how
The bird started crying for help, and then the cat.
Oh, that's right.
You
Calling
got
for
the
help.
attention of the cat. So the moral of the story is, somebody might fucking shit on you, but asking somebody else for help might be a bigger danger to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a different read of it, but sure.
Yeah.
That's
That's the essential moral of the story. Is somebody
I'm trying to
might take
remember it
advantage.
because it was on a linen that one of my mom's friends had hanging up when I was a kid, and I can't remember it verbatim anymore.
Yeah, it's basically the moral of the story is
It's just a funnier way of talking about someone being in a pile of shit.
I felt like that a few times.
Yeah,
I've made some dumb decisions.
yeah, it's basically telling you somebody might shit on you, and it might seem like a mean thing, but it's actually kind of helpful to you. And if you go around crying about the fact that somebody kind of shit on you a little bit, kind of bullied you or something like that a little bit, so somebody else might notice that that weakness there, and they might take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's basically saying beware of predators.
Beware of people offering gifts.
Yeah, that too.
Also, it's like sometimes things aren't as bad as you think they are.
That as well. Yeah, it's like a multi-dimensional moral story.
We should
Which
have
are the best one.
that. I thought the Jen gal, not to shit on her, and she's not here or anything, but that parts of that, I wonder if they don't kind of join up with what I will call the false presentation of The Secret.
Elaborate on that.
Well, specifically from Jim or the secret part?
The secret part. Or the whole thing if you want to.
Okay.
Go ahead,
sure.
floor is all yours, man.
The Secret, oh shit, was that 95, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And all these brilliant looking people were up there, and it's like, we just focus on what we wanted and what our goals were, and then the
manifest destiny shit.
No, it's just manifesting. Manifest destiny is a completely different thing.
Yeah, that killed
this was
Indians.
What's the difference?
Created the country. We were going to be at war with the natives regardless.
I don't disagree with that either. See, I'm annoyed because I see both sides of the story.
Yeah, I'm going to be cynical. I'm just going to point out that history, at no point in history has an advanced civilization tolerated a primitive civilization sitting on valuable land and resources.
I would agree with that. Sure.
Like, we just saw the end of that period around the 18 and early 1900s.
Well, yes, and the stuff that the other cocksuckers brought, like smallpox and stuff like that, didn't help out. I mean,
they weren't trying to do that. They didn't even know they were doing it. They had no the germ theory wouldn't be a thing for like another 100+ years.
As much as I want to agree with you, I still go, yeah.
Why would they know to do it? They didn't even understand what was making them sick.
Right.
Well, see, I think it's a bit of both. I mean, you've always got those people who do know what they're up to, right? And then you've always got those people who are, a little bit maybe less knowledgeable or something like that, and they unwillingly pass it on. Yeah.
That's my point. The knowledge didn't exist at that time. We hadn't learned about germs at that point in time. So there wasn't a way to know that these things would make other people sick. They thought they were providing charity and converting the locals to Christianity. Their goal was not to kill them or wipe them out. They wanted more people in the church.
And I agree with that, actually. Mm-hmm. But the other parts of the other behaviors mean that there might have been somebody who thought
well, the problem I think is people conflate the missionaries with the conquistadors.
Yeah.
Because they came over at similar times, but they're very different. The conquistadors were brutal, militant, and vicious. No doubt about it.
Sure.
The missionaries were not. They were compassionate. They were trying to spread the word, so to speak, and create new flocks wherever they went. Right? They had very different goals. One wanted to conquer. The other just wanted to whatever that you want to call that. Spread the word.
Settle on the land, because a lot of them coming from Europe, especially Northern Europe, didn't have the land for their families to continue to grow.
Right.
See, this is where I would push back a little bit on the not knowing about germs and stuff. I think they absolutely knew about germs. The thing that they probably didn't know, though, was
they knew people got
that
sick.
they could transmit it from their body to their blankets.
Correct. Well, that's because they knew people got sick. They didn't understand the causes. This was back when they still were talking about humors in the body. They thought, releasing certain fluids here or there could cure illnesses. And it was like, no.
Oh, you look a quart high. We're going to take your humor out. Yeah, no, I agree with that, and hanging with my buddies, tribal members and pretty active AIM. They don't get the subtlety of that, but I also understand their perspective in the sense of, well, nobody invited you here. And then I go, well, wait a minute. You guys were fighting over the land before they got here anyway.
True. Yeah. They're vicious.
Yeah.
Also, there was a lot, even when we started moving over here, there was kind of like some cooperation and trade. You'd have like one larger tribe bullying all the smaller tribes and essentially like collecting furs and shit for them. Well, they would be the ones that would actually broker the sales. So they got the, they got the best out of it, right?
Well, a lot of people like to forget that the fucking frontiersmen were here long before a lot of the other people showed up. Like there used to be like, for example, among the Vikings, there used to be like an exile. I don't know what you call it, maybe a ritual or something like that, where if there was somebody that just committed a crime that was so heinous, or however you say the word,
heinous.
Yeah, heinous. There we go. And they would put them on their fucking boats. They would bring them over here, and then they would drop them off and leave them there, and basically say, "You are in the hands of the fucking gods now. Whatever happens to you is whatever happens to you." So what happened with some of them is they got smart and they learned how to survive, and they opened up trades and stuff like that with the tribes and stuff that were in the local areas and stuff like that. So I mean, we had I guess we should say lighter skinned people in America, like long before the Europeans ever arrived, really.
Well, yeah, we know the Vikings reached America before Columbus, but they didn't tell anybody, and they kind of took the secret to their grave, so to speak.
Right, because they saw America as the land of the gods. That's why, and they didn't want anybody else going there and basically Prometheusing the place.
Knowledge has always been valuable, and the ability to transmit or acquire knowledge back then was much more limited than it was today. So possessing those kinds of routes, shipping routes and stuff exclusively was extremely valuable. I imagine those were like family secrets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And a lot of those people remember, especially when the Vikings were over in Greenland, two different sides, an east and west side. They were so committed to animal husbandry, they didn't learn to adapt to the land. I mean, they adapt like motherfuckers when it came to battle. But for some reason, trading for whale blubber or seal blubber didn't get them on the path of, hey, that's what's here. Our trees are all gone now. We don't have anything to maintain cattle. And that's why a lot of historians say they left. And
they adopted Christianity and abandoned a lot of their old ways.
Man, I wish Balderson didn't cut out. He would have been great for this discussion.
I know.
I'm sure he would have been a lot more animated.
Yeah, we probably would have gotten him to be screaming at Ant, and Ant be screaming at him.
Why? I don't think we've touched on any of the things tonight that we're usually in strong disagreement on, huh?
Because you like fighting with Baldy.
I don't. We agree sometimes too. We don't always fight.
Yeah. Okay.
We only disagree with like when it starts coming into like science. He does it. wants to insist that pressure needs a vessel without understanding that gravity can act like that. We see a pressure gradient going from the bottom of the ocean to the edge of the atmosphere. That's not explained by a pressure vessel, because in a pressure vessel, the pressure would be equal throughout the entire container. So you'd have the same air pressure at the top of Mount Everest that you did at sea level.
But isn't that osmosis?
No. Osmosis means contact. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I mean a distribution of any particular thing, either a solution or gaseous mix, will spread out to a balanced level at some point across the whole area of holding it.
The mix doesn't matter. We're talking about pressure.
Sure.
So the volume inside is at a specific pressure based off what's inside of it. Everything inside is going to expand out until it can't. Right, and that's what's going to. That equalized pressure will be the pressure of the entire volume.
Oh, yeah, I thought I was saying the same thing.
Okay, I thought you were disagreeing with me, so I was trying to explain it a different way.
Yeah, well,
so I think we're just talking past each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my son corrected me on whether something was a liquid or a solution, and my God damn, that kid. It's always learning stuff I don't know.
That's why you always keep the old 1970s Texas phone book on hand.
Yeah. Pow! No mark.
Exactly. You just ask him, which side of the Lord you want to be on today, the left or the right?
Yeah. Well, fortunately, that was a habit we broke. We didn't stay with that habit.
Just imagine if we kept some of these disciplinary actions that we used to do back in the days. How much smarter this generation would be.
Potentially, I don't know that level, like I consider spanking violence now. But back when we were a pack of wolves, maybe necessary. I went to elementary schools where I was hit in the head with a plexiglass paddle because the teacher was aiming for someone else. But it only taught us fear. It didn't teach us cooperation.
I mean, we could always regress back to the back to the days when we would just throw a spear at the kid's foot.
I saw some African.
She's what?
Yeah. Delayed reaction, but strong.
How the hell did you guys survive?
I never had a spear thrown at me.
We were very, 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 very strong individuals. We were almost superhuman-like.
Well,
some would even say we were supermen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet we could get out of the way of punishment if it was physical. But I think too much of it was physical.
To a point, I understand what you're saying. Like if it's generally causing some sort of physical harm, I agree. But getting like their attention with like a smack on the butt when a child that's not really verbal yet and maybe not understanding language very well, especially if they're doing something dangerous, like if they're reaching for a hot fire or something, it gets their attention and goes, don't do that. And it reinforces it with a little bit of pain, but not too much.
Right. No, I agree with that, but
but it does have to kind of take once you can communicate, you shouldn't be needing to use force like that.
Well, no, you hit the phone book. The phone book hit them.
The phone book hit them.
No.
The
try that one in
a parent.
Sure, try that one in a court.
that won't
work. It'll work. You just gotta make the story very convincing. That's all you got to do. I mean, if they can convince people that a gun hopping in your hand just somehow makes you a raging murderous psychopath, we can convince people that the book just did its own thing.
Well, I
don't know what case you're talking about.
Hard one time and then never used corporal punishment from then on.
I mean,
I didn't beat the shit out of him with it. Don't get the thing, but it left a mark, and I said, that's no longer punishment. That's too much. I apologize.
You want to know what's funny? It's in the CPS guidelines. They say you can spank just as long as you never do it out of anger.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Well, I think it's good. I don't know who's going to be judging that.
Right. That's what I found funny about it.
Yeah.
Like it's also not considered. It's also not considered neglect as long as they have a shirt and are fed a cracker a day.
She's
That's
dying
kinda crazy.
her emoticon thingy. What's that called?
An avatar.
Avatar. I
Know
speak
this.
English.
Yeah, speak English, not that alien language.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Were you just about to show it then?
No.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay.
I love you more. You love it. You love Toasty Man?
No.
That's strange. He was talking to you and you said, "Hey, I love you." I'm like, "Wow." I get this a lot. No, I wouldn't be a kid for today for anything at the higher level.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I mean, when I hear like some kids screaming across the fucking way all the way across Walmart,
Yeah.
I'm like, I agree that part of me wants to agree with the no corporeal punishment thing, and then sometimes I'll see kids like that in the fucking store just wailing their fucking head off because
Right.
mommy doesn't want to buy them the $100 T-Rex that's on the shelf or something like that, and I'm like, smack that kid upside the fucking head and get his attention, So I don't know. I'm always on the fence on that subject.
Well, Toasty, do you think it might be that child has learned that if they act shitty enough, mom or dad will just buy it for them to shut them up?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, back when I was little, my mom would have been like, "If you don't shut your damn mouth right now, I'm gonna pop it."
I call them little
So-
emperors in China.
Yeah, I mean,
My age, we wouldn't have been at that store. So,
I'll leave your damn ass in a hot ass car if you don't shut your mouth.
yeah.
But yeah, and that's also like I extremely pity the kids who are coming up that are going to be having kids of their own, because I think a lot of kids these days they don't have any idea how to parent at all. It's like a little pop on the mouth or something like that. It's just viewed as extreme abuse, and so they never do it. And then the kid has no idea growing up what it's like to kind of get their fucking shit rocked a little bit, right? So then they get real fucking mouthy and they get real lippy, and then they start fucking picking fights with people, and then somebody fucking pops them in the fucking mouth, and the next thing they know, they're missing a fucking tooth and they're crying in a courtroom over it.
Well, I'm laughing because my niece has definitely been schooled.
Yeah, my sister used to hit me all the time, and Uncle Neil said, "Just pop her in the face." God damn, what are you waiting for? She treats you like absolute shit. So the last time she hit me, I pinned her down on the ground and said, "I can hurt you if I want to. Stop hitting me."
There you go. All right.
Problem solved.
Yep. I mean, I think the fucking bullying issue in fucking school wouldn't be as bad as it is now if these kids were allowed to have a little fucking backbone and put a bully in their place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you said, the first time somebody pops a kid, or a kid pops a kid in the mouth, they're going to a courtroom. You can't. And this is, I've had this argument before about the Board of Education.
Mm-hmm.
There's you can't do it anymore. You can't.
And I think the parents need to rally against that.
I agree with that.
I have mixed feelings because I've seen some of the teachers and I'm like, shit, I wouldn't have you change my oil.
Mhm.
Well, that's true.
I mean, are we getting into discussing your retarded ass panel with Exequin?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to know where we're heading.
It was retarded. It was.
I told you that was going to be fucking hard, dude.
But it shows you that video shows you the restraint, or this modern day and age's restraint, that they have to have, because at the end of the day, there's no discipline. There's no there's no structure. And I'll give you a preface, Neil, what it was.
Yeah.
It was about an 11-year-old child that bogarted his way or got into the teacher's mailroom, and he was having a temper tantrum. That's what it was a fucking temper tantrum. They were up there with pads so he didn't hurt himself.
Hey, Ben.
There was no, hey, stop it. It was, oh, it's okay. You'll be okay. You just need to calm down a little bit. Oh,
that sounds like what I share with my niece as the council of the cervix.
Yep.
And then, we have a timeout room. Would you like to go into the chill out room? And basically, they had a room that you would probably find in an asylum or a mental hospital that was rubberized and padded, and you couldn't hurt yourself. In a school.
Don't you admit that this is just socialization by some leading the yes, thank you. SCN. Thank you.
Hey, Spin, I want you to play just for Neil for 1 second. I want you to play the little video that I just sent you on Discord.
Okay, hold on.
Now, do I go to the Discord thing or?
Nope, you just stay right where you are.
You just stay right where you are. We got you.
That's easy to do these days.
It's easy for me to do every motherfucking day.
Right
since
on.
2013.
Well, yeah, all have our gifts.
Yeah.
Just think about it hard enough, Spin. You'll be able to walk.
Okay.
Here, that's the secret stuff. Oh yeah, Paul Harvey. Yeah.
If I were the devil,
well,
if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves.
So let's go to this for just a second.
Sounds like today's society.
That's the point.
I always did like Paul Harvey.
Sounds like he was for that.
I'd
agree that God has anything to do with it, but whatever.
I thought I was watching the morning news.
I'd let him. I'd finish the whole freaking thing honestly before you deliberate on it.
Well, it's YouTube.
Well,
Get it?
all right.
So I'm going to go back in that for just a second.
Sure.
For just a second.
Alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames.
Yeah.
Left and right propaganda.
That's nothing new. It's not even restricted by technology.
Exactly.
If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door.
I don't remember him saying this. Is this a newer version?
No, it's straight from the 1966 archive.
Oh, okay. I listened to him a lot. I didn't remember it being that specific, but yeah.
Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money.
Well, you know, fortunately for her, she's gotten a lot of these because, you know, one of the things that we like talking about is the science. They act like the lords of the new church.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of scientists don't agree they're doing that.
If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And
We're
what'll you
not
bet?
talking about using
I couldn't get
universal
whole.
basic income, are you?
I didn't
UBI?
hear
He's consider it. I mean, that sounds like UBI, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a direct quote.
Man, back from the 60s. I mean, I remember some stuff, but maybe between raising kids, I didn't really think about it in that context.
This is really faded into obscurity, but it got dug up from the fucking Paul Harvey archives, and people were like, "Dude, this is bone chilling."
States to promote gambling as the way to get rich.
Right. Not work.
Motion against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be.
I'm gonna play that again for Goon Squad over there.
Okay.
Make sure she's paying attention.
She's paying attention. Better be nice. Snap your neck.
I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be.
And this is from the devil's perspective.
Oh, wow.
And he did this. So he did it 5 years before I was born.
That's Paul Harvey's perspective, pretending to be
Fair.
literal devil's advocate. But
Yeah,
sure.
but it is bone chilling to think in 1965.
Not really. All these things were starting to become more prevalent at that time, and there's always been pushback against cultural change. So this isn't that
Yeah, but at
weird.
the time, everybody was saying that's not how it'll be. That's not how it'll be, and that's exactly what
That was the moral. That was the crux and the turpitude to the argument. 1965 to 2026. Isn't it an exact replica of what he is describing?
No,
it could be.
And it's not exact, and he's very vague, so it could easily fit a lot of things.
Very
You could
precise.
probably fit that to the 80s. You could probably fit it to the 90s, the 2000s. I mean, you go through and fit that to almost anything. Like this isn't
very precise.
Thus I
He's
could
just
undress
observing
you in
trends that started back in the 50s.
public.
I'd have to agree. I'm with Ant
And
on
I
this one.
could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure.
Yeah. Tell you about
In
that.
other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey. Good day.
But that's putting agency with the devil. And,
Yeah, but the
I think
agency of
human
the
nature is
devil.
enough to do all those things.
Well, hold on, Neil. The agency of the devil is a direct depiction of the last 6 years.
In what way? I mean, I agree these changes in our society, fall from grace, all this cool stuff. But in what way is it precisely that?
Well, let's go back into the text for a second. Let me find it so I can. I want to be very. I want to be very specific.
Yeah, I mean, like the ones naming the schools, I think that's a little bit ahead. That's definitely looking ahead at what could happen. But if he gained,
Yeah, but what could happen? But Neil, would you think one would say the depiction of the poem or the riddle that we just watched is almost exact to the time the riddle was riddled?
Hey, it's more of a thought exercise that they used to do in schools.
Yeah.
But
in 1965, now, hold on, Toasty. Let me land this with Neil
all right,
first.
go ahead, man.
A riddle is a riddle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
A riddle can be nondescript.
Yeah.
Right.
But this riddle that we just watched is a direct or almost direct depiction of today's society.
So what about the 50% of our modern society that isn't in there?
Well, that would be
We have
the
to
churches at
identify
war with themselves.
We one would have to describe the other 50% to make a comparison.
No, I'm solidly just kind of landing at, yeah, there were some hits, and I think the school one is really a big hit, and I think he gamed it out by looking at what was already happening in culture at that time.
Oh, I'm not digressing to the point that I don't believe that a mirror image was not happening in the 60s.
Yeah, sure. Because if he was doing that, especially at 65, counterculture had really started to get some roots. And
Counterculture started in the 50s.
But here would be the thing, though, is
I agree.
I think he paints a very.
Hold on, Toasty. Neil,
right,
what did you say?
I was saying if you go back to the Beat generation, I would completely agree.
Okay, that was the early late 40s to early 50s.
No, because they were very counterculture.
Okay, the hippie lifestyle started in the mid 60s.
Agreed. Yeah, that would have been contemporary to this work.
Okay, so
I don't know what we're disagreeing on. I don't feel that I disagree. I actually, with a lot of those points, fortunately, the niece also, we've talked about them because it's one thing that I have seen myself. I'd forgotten this one if I'd seen it before. But, those things, they all come down to me, to decency and respect for others.
Okay, so you can teach decency. Now, help me. Well, give me some latitude, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I can help you out a little bit here, Spin. So we got that part where he's talking about refining intellect, but neglected discipline emotion. So when we take that into the modern,
it's not an emotion, that it's a physical or metaphysical punishment. Punishment.
Okay. I thought you guys all froze for a second. I was like,
No, I was just looking for the right descript.
Yeah.
Or prescription.
Well, I think, any young person hearing Paul Harvey or when I've said the same things to her, and then, people she's heard over the internet for 4 days say the same thing, and they go, yeah, that's really true. And that's just part of being a parent. I mean,
that's part of being a child or an impressionable child to think if 1 equals 2, 2 equals 3, 3 equals 4, 4 equals 5, it must be true.
Well, I didn't know where you were going there. I mean, we do.
Neil, are you aware of the little fucking trend that we had going on for a while where 2 + 2 equaled 5?
No. I've been around for approximately 3.5 days.
There was a trend that was going on where the schools were starting to kind of try and teach kids that math is subjective, and then if your kid thinks that 2 + 2 equals 5, then that's fine, and they should be left completely alone on that because the kids are never wrong, right?
Well, that's why we homeschool.
Well, okay, in a traditional, and I'm going back to that fucking traditional bullshit. In a traditional environment, right? One child or one parent would send one child to, or said child or children to a public school.
Yeah, I think most people do that.
Okay, so now of the way of the devil is one parent is allowed to homeschool thy child or thy children.
Why is that of the devil?
Why are we instituting these and thys? This isn't fucking Shakespearean English or England.
Because if you go back,
English.
Yeah. The social construct is not there.
Now, not to be nitpicky, but are you saying construct or contract?
Construct.
Okay,
because the contract is with the government. The contracts or the government says that you have to send thy child to said school.
Federal doesn't say that.
No, the state.
Oh, move to the right state.
So you are basically contractually agreeing that the government, whether it be federal, state, local, whatever, says that you have to send a child under the age of 18 to school.
You are aware that in this state, what you're saying is not true.
I don't know of any state where that's true.
I know where you live.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I know about where you live, or the state you live
in. Oregon.
Sure.
I know that if you're enrolled, you have to send your child to school, but that's because they make a space for your kid. They're getting money based off your kid being there. And essentially it's bad if your kid isn't there after you agreeing to put them in the school.
But
I don't know any law that says you have to bring the kid to school in the first place. Like you can usually I don't know of any state you can't homeschool your children.
Pennsylvania.
Wow.
You say so.
Seriously.
And up until now, I'm sorry, up until 3 years ago, in the state of Pennsylvania, in the county that we lived in, you had to send your child to school. Now, 3 years ago, there was legislation in Pennsylvania that if a child cannot adapt or have adaptability to a school, they could homeschool or virtual learn.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to the year 2020, let's just say for TOS purposes. We all know what happened in 2020.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So in just general terms, when I went to school, there was no such thing as homeschool. There was no virtual or VR learning.
Sure, but I don't know where you grew up, but where I grew up in the rural parts of Florida, there were people that didn't go to school and they didn't send truancy officers out to get them.
Well, I grew up in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I am a transplant to Florida.
What kind of plant were you before?
A tiger lily. A tiger lily. Yeah.
Okay.
No, see, he's an animal transitioning to plant.
That's
transplant.
right.
Yes.
You be you, bro. Ish. Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. Anyway, but at the end of the day, I agree that children are being more pacified than independent.
Yeah.
And I would agree that because of other experiences of other children, it has affected the educational system.
I see a lot of videos of really worn out teachers, even teachers I might disagree with. I mean, we acted out of place. You might really go behind the woodshed, literally. But I think there's a better balance than that, and where the kids are just not disciplined at all.
Well, and that goes back to that video where that child was having a temper tantrum because his stomach hurt and he wanted to go home.
Yeah.
You by chance got that video on hand that you and Zeke one were talking about?
Let me find it.
Security alert for me.
That doesn't surprise me because I see younger people in public. You know, you don't even have to talk and listen. The focus, now not to get too woo-woo, but their energy and their focus is, it's like their own private Idaho.
Well, and you know, for the lack of better words, it's like you're on a private island and you have nowhere to go.
Sure.
Or no way out.
Well, I think a lot of them can be self-absorbed, but that doesn't mean that their interest started that way. I mean, one of our basic needs is to affiliate. And so, you know, going to public schools and being bullied, it happens enough that we've seen several 2020 or whatever news documentaries on such things.
Sure.
So we have to know that it's common. And then with this young guy being treated like his needs are more important, or his desires, I should say.
His desires are more important than the needs of other people.
Right. He stole resources from other people.
Oh, he got resources. He got handcuffed.
Yeah.
He got he got to go home.
One that was probably his
not to forget that the fucking awful things that were coming out of that fucking kid's mouth.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard.
My goodness.
Well, and he probably speaks that way at home.
Yeah.
Not getting his way.
Refined young intellects, but neglected disciplined emotions. That line right there, that catches with me so hard. Because
So
you
this
see a lot of
video-
people out there, they're smart. They are smart, but they're so easy to piss off or emotionally manipulate. Yeah, there we go.
So this video, we'll review it, and then I'm going to go and we will pick up another panel tomorrow night, and we will discuss it further and rewatch the video.
No, I'll wait.
I thought
I was
we were
gonna
going
go
to
to
end
bed.
on Funyuns.
What's that?
I'm good with that. You want some Funyuns? He said.
No.
Oh no. Ant, do you want to do this tomorrow night, or just you want to watch it and react?
If we're gonna watch it again tomorrow, anyways, then why watch it now? We're going just gonna watch it and go to bed.
Let's do that. Why don't we plan for another panel?
Tomorrow's Thursday, though. I don't know if or when.
Oh yeah, tomorrow is the Throwdown Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's tonight.
Well,
tonight.
I love you more.
We can do a day. We can do a before the shit show panel.
Maybe
You guys, yeah. If you guys
Thursday's
wanna get
usually
all-
pretty full for me. I don't. I'll be doing my shopping during the day. And I got other stuff to do in the afternoon.
Sure.
So I don't see myself being available tomorrow. Sorry.
Well,
we could make it a continuation into Friday if we wanted. If Ant wants to feel included to the discussion, or if he has some thoughts or something like
Well,
that.
I would like Ant to be in on this.
I probably should qualify if you want me there. Obviously,
Yes, I do.
You know, it's perfectly fine. You just want to have this discussion without me too.
I
I'm not
do
even sure what
know,
it's about. It looks like it's some sort of body cam footage from something. So
Yes, this is a
that's all
body cam footage from a school. What are they? SRO or what is it?
What state was it?
Okay,
happening in?
School resource officer.
It's in Florida.
Okay, Florida. Okay.
So we will do a continuation. We will have a panel Friday.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know in the Discord. And you guys, if you would just let me know, I'll set it up, and I'll see if Balderson will come in as well.
Yeah,
And
he would be very important to that, especially if we're going to.
he was on that panel. He
Right,
was
that's
on
what I
that
was
panel.
getting to. Because
So-
especially if we're going to talk about the panel or the debate that Ezekiel had you on itself.
Yes.
So yeah, we would need Baldy for that.
So what we'll do if everybody's in agreement, we'll go ahead and shut the stream down. Everybody stay here. It's going to throw you in the back. And I appreciate
Ready for
everybody
that freeze
coming
frame,
over.
Santa?
Tomorrow you can find us over on the Raging Tomato. Toasty, tell them where to find us tomorrow and what it's all about.
Just type in the Raging Tomato, and that's the lowercase, all lowercases _ Raging, all lowercases _ and tomato, all lowercases, and that'll get you there. And you should be able to find her, and then she usually kicks off to the gauntlet, which there will be links and everything provided for you guys in the live chat. We hope to see you all there and hope you all have a fun time.
God's favorite ant. Final words, and tell them where to find you.
Oh well, you're only gonna find me either, roaming around the panels, I guess. Although I'm really only here on Sarah's these days. So that's it. Have a good night. It's been fun.
I mean, I'm more of a roaming Ronin anyway, so I mean, I'm everywhere.
Santa,
Oh, I
tell
heard
them where to
Trippy.
find you. Tell them about yourself, whatever.
I don't do any social media as a kind of promotion or whatever. So if anybody wants to hear me talking about stuff, it'll be on the Tomato Binge channel or Spins.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that, Neil. And I know this was kind of an impromptu, hey, I'm not ready to go to bed type panel, but
That's fine.
want to thank everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It's going to put all of us into the back. Stay here. We'll say goodnight and figure out what we're going to do Friday. but we will do a panel and do the review of this video and continue the conversation on Friday. Thanks everybody for coming in. I'm Spin City News, or the Angry American. We'll see you next time, America.